2 are set to take on the Labette County Grizzlies in a similar situation at 0-2 as well. So, John, who would have thought that both teams would be looking for their first win, especially when you're playing Pittsburgh on the road? Before we dive into the pregame show sponsored by Tank Connection of Parsons, we'd like to send it back to the station and allow you to listen in to Coach Price's pregame interview. To Hutchison Field in Pittsburg, Kansas. We are still awaiting the arrival of the Purple Dragons of Pittsburg High. I'm Jack Leake, joined alongside by John Kohler. And John, Labette County's coming off of a tough loss, one they feel they should have had. Coach Price mentioned in that interview with Chet Copeland, we were the better team that night. Labette County put up quadruple their points per game average of last year. They fell to the Vikings, their rival of Parsons, 39-28. But that number 28 stands out to me. They were able to move the ball and put up points.
Definitely. I mean, that's something we've struggled with the past couple years. It's just finding our identity on offense has been really a struggle. Is it, as we go forward, is it something we're going to see with Jamal Jackson or Kendall Holtzman throwing the ball? And we just got to find our identity and go with it.
Yeah, as you mentioned it, the running game, Jamal Jackson has looked great. Even at Circle in Towanda, Labette County lost 50-0, but Jamal Jackson was still the main topic of our post-game show. The freshman just continues to showcase his abilities as fireworks go off. They're on the east end. That's something unique.
Yeah, definitely.
But, Jamal Jackson has been the main guy. And there are other freshmen, I keep thinking that Lawrence Holt is a freshman.
Yeah.
But Lawrence Holt is someone who's came into this Labette County crew, a sophomore, 5'10", listed as a quarterback and defensive back, but he runs more of a wide receiver position on offense more than quarterback. But Lawrence Holt has been someone who stands out to me, too.
Yeah, he's definitely been a really nice gadget player for us to use. And as we saw last week, him and Jamal back there returning kicks is quite deadly. I think we averaged close to 40 to 45 yards on kick returns. I mean, it was really impressive to see from this young duo.
Yeah, as you know, it's not all sunshine and rainbows for Labette County's offense, as they had two offensive line. As Glenn Price, Coach Price's son, bruised his ribs. He was in some pretty immense pain late in the game, continued to fight through it, battled, and did a nice job in the trenches. John Broadwell, another centerpiece, the left tackle on this Grizzly offensive line, dislocated his shoulder. He is inactive for tonight's contest, and running the ball is something Labette County has to do to win, and they were doing so on Friday night, and you lose, you lose kind of 1.5. Glenn Price is a little banged up, and you lose John Broadwell. So I'm curious to see how Labette County responds to maybe not having that offensive front that they have for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, but the best thing is about this Grizzly team is that they have some young depth that have size. We have Lucas Hayward. He's probably 6'2", 240. Michael Reed, he's 6'4", 260. And then Bryson Dickens, he's another 6-footer. He's also 260. So, I mean, you can shuffle some pieces around on that line and still be pretty solid up front.
Sure.
I mean, that's the best thing about this freshman class is that we got some size on the team finally.
Yeah, absolutely. As Labette County's partially at the top of that high school rotation where they're not all young, they still have those leaders. So, and a lot of those are on the offensive line. Kendall Bebb is a stud. We hardly ever say his name, and when we do, it's in a good way.
Yeah.
There are certain positions where if you don't say someone's name a lot, it's a good thing.
Yeah, definitely.
And another one of those positions is the safety position. You either let a play blow up and let the other team score, or you make a smart play and the quarterback doesn't throw it to you. Kayden Bates has done a fantastic job this season, and he is joined tonight by Barrett Heston, a 5'10" freshman who's been a receiver for Labette. He wears number 8, but he's going to be joining freshman Kayden Bates at the safety position tonight.
Yeah, it's definitely something I wanted to see in week 1 was Barrett back there at safety. I think he's got a really unique skill set back there. And paired with Kayden Bates, I mean, they can cover a lot of ground pretty quick. I mean, last week we saw it with the secondary. Lots of communication errors between Lawrence Holt and Kayden Bates back there. So it'd be interesting to see if we moved Holt back to corner, inserted Barrett, see if we can get that fixed up a little bit. That way we aren't giving up those big plays that we saw last week.
It was the big plays. As Parsons scored, it seemed like on those chunk plays, Labette County was more of a chip away, and score at some point. As Parsons was just those big time 60, 70-yard touchdowns. So you're exactly right. And so we'll see if Barrett Heston can provide that for Labette County tonight. As we look at Labette County's opponent, you're listening to the pregame show sponsored by Tank Connection. Pittsburg lost a lot of players.
Yeah.
A lot of seniors. And we were going down the roster, and, I recognize a few names. Quarterback Webb Fern, he's going to be playing quarterback for the Purple Dragons. They lost Cooper Hayden, who was an all-around athlete here at Pittsburg. And if you're a Labette County fan, you probably know his name too, but he's no longer quarterback. And then Jackson Turnbull, who's on the offensive and defensive line, 6'5", 215 senior, he's out tonight.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
That's a big loss.
That is a big loss. So Pittsburg, to put it shortly, as we're getting ready to have kickoff, this seems like it's going to be one of the better opportunities for Labette County to knock off a 5A football team.
Yeah, I mean, in our history, we've never beat Pittsburg. Never, ever. I mean, we came close a couple years ago, but I think this right here, this is our best chance to do it.
As Pittsburg is 0-2, as I mentioned, as is Labette County. Pittsburgh lost at home to Emporia 25-22 back in September 2nd, and they lost last week at Chanute, who is just such a good football team inside the SEK. They beat the Purple Dragons 28-13. Pittsburgh is set to kick it off. Labette County, led by quarterback Kendall Holtzman, the junior, is set to receive the ball first. Kicking for Pittsburgh is Jackson Mckechnie. He's a 6'1" senior. He's the kicker and punter on the team, wearing purple tops and white shorts, or pants rather, as Labette County's in their road whites with gold trim, red numbering, and red helmets. Set back to return for Labette County is the explosive return duo of Lawrence Holt and Jamal Jackson, as they're taking a while out there to get the ball teed up. I think they're just waiting on the clock to run out, as there's still 30 seconds on the clock here as I turn my head that direction. But, John, what do you look for Labette County to do on this first drive? You know, there's not many teams we play where you want to just go 3 and out, but you'd like to see Labette County at least move the chains a couple times.
Yeah, definitely. You know, it'd be interesting to see if we threw that bubble pass that we saw last weekend on this first drive, because I know last year when we played Chanute, that was one of the things we want to do. It's like, hey, we got nothing to lose. Let's just throw this at them, see how they react. You know, and it's a really a good play. Cause, I mean, if it's not there, Griffin can just run it. It should just be a normal bubble screen. But I'll let you take over as we get closer to kickoff.
As they put 12 minutes on the clock, beginning of the first quarter. Pittsburgh Purple Dragon fans are on their feet, and it is booted away, a high kick as it lands in the end zone for a touchback. What a boot by Jackson Mckechnie. Back-to-back weeks, we have seen really good legs in Jace Queer and Parsons last week. But what a kick by Mckechnie.
Yeah, definitely. I think this is the most loaded talent we've seen in the SEK kicker-wise in the past couple years. And it's not something you get to see every week usually.
That'll spot the ball at the 20-yard line. Labette County's offense makes their way onto the field. Split out wide to the left side is Trey Vinson. The far right receiver is Matthew Boyle. Griff Eaton will be in the slot this time. 2 safety shallow for Pittsburgh over the top, standing at the 30-yard line. Man in motion is Trey Vinson. Here's the snap. It's a swing pass to Trey Vinson. Dodging defenders, and diving forward across the 25. I think that's where they'll spot it. It'll be 2nd down and 5 for Labette County.
Yeah, it was just a simple put Trey in motion, let him kind of bubble out there, and some great blocks out there by Matthew Boyle and Griffin Eaton to free him up.
They give him 6 yards. It's 2nd and 4. Jackson's behind Kendall Holtzman, who's in the gun. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Ball is on the right hash. Holtzman getting the signal from the Labette County sideline, which is on the south side of the stadium. Holtzman takes the snap and a flag before any of the action can ensue. Usually that is on the offense, but I hope I'm wrong. I think it's on Pittsburgh, John, and it is. 1st down, Labette County.
Yep.
It was an offsides on the defensive front.
Definitely. I think that's one of the things we got to work on this week is limiting the penalties. I mean, last week was a pretty clean game, and it kept us in the game. So this week we definitely have to try to keep the penalties down if we want a chance to win.
Holtzman takes the snap. He's looking to the right side, and Griff Eaton's blown up, hit hard around the shins as Matthew Boyle had his man blocked, but it's hard to block 2 guys.
Yeah, number 4, Bew Pasteur, I want to say, is the guy that was guarding Griffin there, and he just read the play all the way through and went and made a nice hit on Griffin there.
2nd down and 14, so now loss of 4 for Labette County. Nice play design, but too many Dragons for just 1 Grizzly and Matthew Boyle. Ball's still on that right hash. Labette County stayed over towards that side of the field on their first couple plays of the ball game. Griff Eaton in the jet sweep formation. Holtzman fakes it to him and keeps it. Holtzman with a bit of running room might get back to the original line of scrimmage for a gain of 4.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was a nice play design right there. Picked up 3 or 4, set you up with the 3rd and 10. I want to see if we're going to try to challenge him down the field a little bit, not just dink and dunk, challenge his secondary. 'Cause as you said, they graduated a lot of guys last year, and a lot of that was in the secondary as well. So it'll be interesting to see if we don't try to throw something down the field here.
Kayden Blackledge, a sophomore for Labette County, is the slot receiver on the left side, joined by Xavier Phillips. Good athlete on this team. Doesn't see many targets. Here's Holtzman stepping back, hit as he throws, and it's caught by Boyle. Are they going to say he was out of bounds as he had to dive? I think they're going to say he was too far out of bounds, but a nice effort there by Matthew Boyle.
Yeah, definitely got the motion going, hoping to get that safety from over the top of Matthew to roll over with Griffin. Get that Matthew Boyle and whoever is guarding Grizzlies. You want Matthew Boyle one-on-one. He's going to win that matchup 80% of the time.
As he's that guy you want to target in those situations. Joe Page boots it away, shanks it out of bounds.
Yeah, I don't know what quite happened there, but
as they're going to spot it at what was the Labette County's first down line. So Pittsburg gets the ball at the Labette County 40-yard line. As we haven't seen that from Joe. Back at Circle, he shanked one. But other than that, it had been good kicks from Page. But he'll stay on the field and play some defensive end for Labette County.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm going to take this a different direction. Tonight we don't have our defensive coordinator, John Magnan, here tonight. Prayers out to him and his family. I don't know what exactly is going on, but he's not with us tonight, and we just wish him the best.
Yeah, definitely. You hate to see the absence of a coach. If you're Labette County, here's a run up the middle, stuffed right away. A gain of about 3 or 4, but it was pretty quick contact. Good effort by the defensive front for Labette County. Running back for Pittsburg is Cruz Lopez. He's a 5'9" senior, only weighs $140, but some speed is going to come with that.
Definitely. And that's something that Dragons, they've always been really, really talented at that running back position. So I'd be interested to see how they change it up this year.
As now it's Wyatt Rink, a junior, behind quarterback Fern. Fern, it's a quarterback option. He keeps it, loses the football as he's swung to the ground. As they're going to say he tried to whip it forward as Fern was blown up near the purple P logo here on Hutchison Field. Yes, they say Fern tried to throw it. It was kind of a shovel-type last-ditch effort, so it'll be incomplete 3rd and 6 for Pittsburg at the Labette County 37.
Yeah, interesting there. I mean, I think it was Joe Page and Chris Stevens that were in on there, but this is really something positive to see if you're the Grizzlies. That defensive front getting through in the snap.
9 minutes and 10 seconds to go here in the opening quarter. 3rd and 6 for the Purple Dragons. Lopez again behind Fern. Fern looking to pass. There's a quick out. Incomplete! Labette County's defense coming up with a huge defensive stand. Pittsburgh might go for it as they are in Labette County territory. Yeah. It's 4th and 7.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do here today. Trust Jackson to pin them down, or pin the Grizzlies down there at the 5-yard line. Or are they going to go for it? I don't know. I mean, that's one of the best things that happens when you have a great leg that you can trust. I mean, it looks like they're just going to go for it, though.
They are going to line up to go for it. Don't jump off sides if you're Labette County. They might be trying to get you to jump. Here's a man in motion. It's O'Doherty. Fern takes it. They're going to go for it, and he's not going to get anywhere near the first down line. Labette County gets a huge turnover on downs. Coach Hayward for Labette County trots his way out. A quarter of the way onto the field as maybe he's defensive coordinator tonight as Mikey Hayward's over there wearing a headset, giving high fives all around. First down, Labette County.
Yeah, this is definitely different Pittsburgh Dragon offense that we're seeing here, as they're running more of what we see from Fort Scott, more of the 2 wing sets with the running back in the back, or the 2 back sets. But, they usually are more spread out, more pro style.
Yes.
So this is definitely a different play style that we're seeing here tonight.
4 receivers out for Labette County. Trips to the right. Holtzman takes the snap. He's looking to the left side. Good ball to Vincent. Vincent catches it at the 30. Vincent to the 20. Vincent 15. 10, 5. Touchdown, Labette County!
Beautiful pass from Kendall Holtzman right there. I mean, that was right on the money. Trey Vincent just did the rest.
Labette County. Holtzman to Vinson. Holtzman chest bumps Lane Simmons at midfield and gives a wave to the Grizzly faithful.
I think this offense is finally finding its identity. Kendall Holtzman throwing the deep ball. He has the most pretty deep ball that I've seen from anyone in my time. I played at East Indeed my freshman. I don't think he ever threw a deep ball as pretty as Kendall Holtzman's.
As Trey Vincent did not have to speed up, he did not have to slow down. The Holtzman-Vincent connection will go down for about a 60-yard touchdown. Here's the 2-point conversion, swung out to the right side and blown up. As John explained to us, as it was Lawrence Holt trying to get in for Labette, explain to us the situation before we take a quick break.
All right, so we are lined up in the swinging gate. If you don't know what that is, we got all our linemen lined up out on the left and a couple dudes behind him. Right, they're expecting. All right, and then we got Kendall Holtzman on the ball. He's in the middle of the field.
There's no offensive line. They're on the left side of the field.
So what Holtzman does is he snaps the ball, or he's supposed to snap the ball all the way over to the back that's behind the line. You just kind of run in there. But that time it was just a snap back to Lawrence Holt. And you got Vincent on his side. It's a weird formation, folks. I've tried to explain it as best as I can.
It is hard to explain.
So you just got Holt and Vincent back there for a speed option, right? And then you have Boyle over. It's a really complex play, but it's a good 2-point conversion. But it just didn't execute at that time.
I know I'm putting you on the spot. It is definitely a foreign setup.
Yeah, definitely.
As we'll just keep it here, is Labette County's going to kick off to Pittsburg. As that is always a good line to say. It is 6-0 Labette County. It only took the Grizzlies one play on that drive to score off of, give or take, a 60-yard touchdown. As I think that ball was inside the 40.
Yeah,
as that was about a 63-yard touchdown from Holtzman to Vincent.
Yeah, this is going as well as you could hope for the Grizzlies here so far.
As to come off of a week where you lose to your rival that you haven't played in 5 years, a game you feel like you should have won, a lot of teams would hang their heads and end their season, but Labette County is going to try to get the upset of the week here in Pittsburg. Here's a return across the 35, tumbled to the ground near the 39. That's where they'll spot it. Return man for Pittsburg, Connor Profit, 5'10" sophomore. So 1st and 10 Pitt at their own 39-yard line.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see what the Grizzly defense does here. But know what we haven't seen the past couple weeks? Last week and this week, we haven't really seen much blitzes going on.
Yeah.
That's something we saw a lot week 1. So maybe the coaches got together like, hey, I think we play better just out of a base defense. Let the kids react to what they see and go make plays. Instead of worrying about, hey, I got this gap, you got that gap.
Pittsburgh in that same formation. It's a quarterback keeper. He's hit for a loss of 1. As John explained to us, as Cody Hamilton and Hunter Shaplowski blow up quarterback Fern in the backfield. It'll be 2nd and 11. Explain that formation to us, John.
It's more of old school. Just a single back right behind him. He's under center. Got 2 wings on this side. This is something you usually saw back in the 80s, 70s. More of that grounded pound type style. More of the flex bone. Options.
Yeah.
That's really what it is. A lot of rollouts if you're going to throw the ball. Not spreading the defense out at all.
Fern hands it off up the middle. Here's a big hole, but a flag is on the ground, assuming that'll be holding on the Purple Dragons, and that'll set up 2nd and 21. But it seems like usually when I try to predict is when I'm wrong. John, you'll learn that as you're new to the broadcast world. But
shot block.
Yeah, see, I was wrong. See, I told you.
Either way, it's good for the Grizzlies right here.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, when they get lined up like that, it's just they're testing to see if our defense is really sound. Because if you're the Grizzly defense, just do your job right there. Because they're running the veer option. I mean, they're just reading what the defense does. I don't know how else to explain it, really. You read one man, you make the right read, you go to the next read, you either toss it, keep it. It just depends.
Yeah. As a chop block, even better than a holding call, a 15-yard penalty. 2nd and 26 for the Purple Dragons. 8 minutes and counting first quarter. 6-0 Labette. Here's a give up the left side, bouncing across the 30. Is the ball carrier that time? I believe it's Wyatt Rink, as there are going to be multiple ball carriers for Pittsburgh in that option, wishbone, wing split, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
They have many options to go.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of the things, though, when you face a team that comes out and runs a veer a lot, is you want to see them, throw the ball. I mean, that's what you really want to get them to do. So, that's something they don't practice a lot. I mean, if you're running a veer out of a wishbone and stuff, you don't throw the ball a lot. So, I mean, if you're the Grizzly defense, it's a good sign.
3rd and 18 for the Purple Dragons. It would be another big stop for Labette. Fern dropping back to pass, pressured, has a hand on him, and he's sacked by Chris Stevens. It'll be a gain of nada. Turnover, or not turnover on downs, but it'll be 4th and 18 for Pittsburg. They're going to punt it away, and Kendall Holtzman will get another crack at it.
Yeah, this Grizzly defense has finally found some life as they are playing lights out so far.
Wow. 6:40 to go in the first quarter. 2 punt returners back for Labette County. Chandler Henson and Lawrence Holt back to return at the 30-yard line. Kicker for Pittsburg, Jackson Mckechnie. He catches it and boots it away. It's a high kick. Not going to make it to Henson and Holt. Oh, it will. It takes a bounce. As Holt was flirting with danger, it bounced right across in front of him. It'll come to a stop at about the 24-yard line, so a good kick from Mckechnie. We'll go ahead and step aside for a 30-second timeout here on KLKC Parsons.
V93.5 is your home for the best variety of the 80s, 90s, and today. Get your day started with the Anna and Raven Morning Show. You're the judge during couples court. Couples share their disagreement, and then you decide who's right. Think you know pop culture trivia? It could pay off, and you score the cash jackpot when you play Can't Beat Raven. Crowds in the house get you home every weekday afternoon starting at 2. Stream us anytime, anywhere at KLKCradio.com.
Holtzman takes the snap on 1st and 10, throws a swing pass to Vincent out in the flats, gets by one man and is brought down by the second. Gain of 0 for Trey Vincent. 2nd and 10, Labette County at their own 28.
Yeah, we've seen this a couple of times from the Grizzlies here, just motion their slot receiver across and throw a little bubble screen out there. Maybe we're trying to substitute that for our run game, as maybe Margaret Bright doesn't really trust the O-line with Broadwell and G banged up, so I don't know.
Holtzman in a bit of a hurry up for Labette, hands it off up the middle to Jackson. He's met immediately as a correction. They gave Trey a loss of 1 on the play. Here's a gain of 0 for Jackson. So 3rd down and 11, just like that, John, for Labette County themselves.
Yeah, I think that's just a weakness, though, when you're running the ball out of a shotgun formation.
Right.
You don't really get that steam, piled up and going when you get the handoff, and your linemen aren't really going down the field as much.
Holtzman's in the gun, takes the snap on 3rd and 11. Rolls out to his right, throws across his body, sidearm caught across the 30. So it'll be 4th down and about 3 for Labette County. We will see what Coach Price elects to do here, as that was a nice rollout and throw from Holtzman.
I wonder if you watched that game last night or something. Looked a little bit like Patrick Mahomes or Justin Herbert out there. Just a nice little laser out there to Matthew Boyle.
As they say they got within a yard. That looks like a long yard over there. So 4th down and a yard for Labette County. Jamal Jackson is the back. 2 receivers left. Ball's on the right hash. 5 down linemen for Labette. Holtzman in the gun. Eaton in motion. Here's an offsides as Eaton was in motion and Holtzman clapped his hands and they got a defensive tackle to jump. 1st and 10 Labette County.
There's our first freeze victim of the night.
That's right. I believe he's trotting off over here. Number 78, Michael Fernandez, a team captain for Pittsburgh. 1st and 10 Labette County, moving down the field.
You got Daniel Easy lined up at tight end. I wonder how they're going to use him right here.
Trey Vincent scored a 60-yard touchdown earlier. Holtzman's going to look for him again. Throws a lofty pass. Vincent running under it. It's caught across the 50-yard line to the Pittsburgh 40-yard line. 1st and 10, Labette County. That is a gorgeous pass, and what a route by Trey Vincent.
Kendall Holtzman is that dude. He can make these throws all night long.
Gorgeous.
As we saw last week, he's a little bit off. So I wonder if he changed something in his mechanics this week or whatever. But he is on so far tonight.
Ball's on the left hash now. Vincent ran to this sideline close to us. Here's a toss play to Jackson. Loses the football. It's on the ground, and Pittsburg recovers it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just tough to see it there. He got caught up trying to make a cut back, and the way you cut, you just kind of put the ball right there for the Dragon defender just to rip out. So, that's just more of a learning thing. You just kind of got to tuck it in. Yeah. If you're going to make that cut in front of him, almost got to spin right there. You can't exactly just go right in front of him.
Clock stopped at 3:58. That's a big turnover for Labette County, who felt like they were going to go score 6 more. 1st and 10 for Pittsburg at their own 41. Same formation. Ferns under center, gives it up the middle. He's met immediately. Wyatt Rink gains about 1.5 yards, as Labette County's defense has not been near the issue. In fact, nothing really has, except that fumble does hurt.
Actually, you know what this reminds me of? The way the Dragons' offense is running. It's exactly like Independence's. They have those 2 wings out there, and then you just motion them behind El Dorado and Fort Scott as well.
Fern under center again, same formation. 2 men in motion, as it's going to be a legal formation. Here's a pass caught across the 30-yard line. None of this is going to matter, as he is going to score. Everybody's going nuts here. I don't know if they see the flag, as an illegal shift on Pittsburg is going to back it up, negate that 60-yard touchdown pass, as the receiver was Bo Pasteur. As John, the 2 wings moved at the same time, and did they not get set before the snap? Is that what it was?
No, you can't have 2 guys in motion. You cannot have that happen. I don't know if one of them heard something else in the huddle there or what, heard the wrong phrase, and he just went in there and just happened. But there's one of these things you got to fix right here. You see Kayden Bates over here. I think right there we were in quarters coverage, so Kayden Bates was supposed to have his Vincent's help right there on the inside. So wonder if Brown got onto them right there, make sure they got that fixed for this next play.
Yes, absolutely. Even though the flag is thrown on the field, if you're a Grizzly defensive back, you pretend like there is no flag. Mm-hmm. So that is a good learning experience to, dodge a bullet in a 60-yard touchdown pass. 2nd and 13, that backs him up 5 yards. Here's 1 man in motion, Profit. He won't get it. It'll go to the left side, kind of a counter run. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. It is Rink again. So 3rd down and 10 for Pittsburg. Pittsburg seems to be familiar with this offense, as they got right in it immediately, and they've been in it. So I'm surprised they had that illegal motion call.
Yeah, definitely. But then again, if you're running a veer option, you want to get on the ball quick. Yeah. You just want to go at him. But what this really does for the defense, it really just frees their linebackers to go up there and make plays on the ball, really. Because, as we saw there, we had 5-6 dudes on the line of scrimmage ready to go after the Dragons right there.
Bates and Barrett Heston are the 2 safeties over the top. Heston goes to the center of the field. Fern is pressured, and it's caught near the 45, and the receivers met immediately. It's Grant O'Doherty. It'll be 4th down and 6 for Pittsburg. In there on the effort, Kayden Bates came over, as well as Cody Hamilton on the initial pressure.
Yeah, right there is just one of those things. You got 6 dudes up there. Who's going to guard that wing as he comes out? I think that's one of the things they talked about this week. As they have film on the Dragons, they can kind of see what formations, who's going to have who. Sure. Go make plays. As Kayden Bates got there pretty quick, so nice play by the Grizzlies.
Mckechnie is the punter. 1:50 on the clock. Labette County leading Pittsburgh 6-0 off a 60-yard touchdown pass to Trey Vincent on the 2nd drive of the game. This one's punted out of bounds. It landed out at the 25, and that is where they will mark it. 1st and 10 for Kendall Holtzman and company. We're going to read you the sponsors for tonight's broadcast of Labette County Grizzly football. The lead sponsor for tonight's broadcast is Labette Health. Other sponsors include Labette Community College, Forbes Hoffman Funeral Homes, Clements Insurance Agency, Eye Care Associates of Parsons, Doctors Gilmore, Newland, and Ray, Labette Health, Woodworth Enterprises, Herman Lumber, Carson Wall Funeral Homes, and Commercial Bank. We'll get to the other sponsors shortly. Trips out to the right. Ball's on the left hash for Labette County, 10 seconds on the play clock. Xavier Phillips, the lone target on the left side, defended by Nicholson. Holtzman takes it. Chandler Hinson is the back, but it's a pass. Holtzman tucking it and running with room, and he's met by 5 Dragons, but not before picking up half the yardage he needed. Gain of 5, maybe 6 for Holtzman on the run. Other sponsors include Labette Bank, Bartlett Co-op, Labette Center for Mental Health Services, Community National Bank, Tank Connection, Wood Doolahary Insurance and Real Estate, USD 506, the Corner Store of Altamont, Snyder Lawn Care, Day and Zimmerman, and SEK Orthopedics. Big shout out to all of our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. 65 seconds to go in the first quarter from Pittsburg, Kansas. 6-0, Labette leads it. Second down and 3, they gave him 7. Hinson in motion, now Eaton in the jet sweep. Here's the snap and a give to Eaton. Eaton looking to turn it upfield. He'll take it wide. Eaton with room. He'll get the first down and more. Gain of 6 for Griff Eaton. Pittsburgh defense is on their toes a little bit, or on their heels, I should say, John.
Yeah, definitely. I think, we had some success last week with running the jet sweep with Griff and Eaton. And I think Argerbright really loves that, as he can stretch the defense out horizontally and find some creases to cut back in and get those good yards, right, as we saw right there.
30 seconds left in the first quarter. Kendall Holtzman's going to have to get a playoff with 19 seconds left. That's a few less than the game clock. He'll look and get the signal from Coach Argerbright there on the sideline. Ball's still on the right hash. Hinson switches from the left to right side of Holtzman. Eaton, the slot receiver, on the left side. They'll run it up the middle with Hinson. He'll gain 3. And that'll wind the clock down at the end of the first quarter from Pittsburgh High School. Clock hits triple zeros. At the end of the first quarter, Labette County leading Pittsburgh 6-0. Coach Price urging his fans to get on their feet. We'll step aside for 60 seconds. Labette County looking good here in Pittsburgh.
My name is Bria and I'm a pharmacist at Bowen Pharmacy. I'm here today to tell you about one of our patient programs, Meds to Beds. Bowen Pharmacy South is located in the medical office building at Labette Health. Our staff works closely with the doctors, nurses, and social care workers to ensure that your transition out of the hospital is an easier and more convenient experience for you and your loved ones. If you are having inpatient or outpatient surgery, we will get your medications directly from your doctor and deliver them right to your hospital bed. If you are having a baby, we will get your medications or anything else that you may need to get your family home without the hassle of making several stops along the way. Whether you're here for a few hours or a few days, we are here at Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South to help get you well without any interruption in transition of care. Just ask for Meds to Beds. At Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South, we are here for you today and we are here for you tomorrow.
Labette County switches ends. They'll be working east to west. Holtzman takes it. It's a screen pass. It's caught by Eaton. Eaton looking to come towards us here on the right side. As he'll gain 3, it'll be 3rd down and 4 for Labette. As John, maybe that wasn't a screen play, as Eaton had to come back to Holtzman, or was it?
Yeah, I don't know. I think Griffin just got kind of lost up in there as lineman and didn't quite get all the way up where they're supposed to be, so he had to come back and get that one. But just good awareness of Holtzman to find Eaton there and prevent that sack.
3rd down and 4 for Labette. If you're just joining us, Labette leads Pittsburgh 6-0. This is the second down of the second quarter. Bunch formation receivers on the left side. Holtzman rolls out to his left. He is pressured, and he's going to be dumped for a big loss back beyond the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I can understand the philosophy behind trying to get Holtzman out there on the move, but that was to his left side.
He would have to throw awkwardly turning.
Yeah, and also right there, you can't afford to take a sack there, really. I mean, it's a 3rd and 4, and I don't know how good of a leg Joe Page has. I mean, he has been iffy at best at punting so far for us. So, I mean, if you're got the ball up extra 5 yards, that's going to help field position-wise for your defense.
Page gets a good one off here. I think he heard you, John.
I think so.
As it's caught inside the 25. Good punt return by the Purple Dragons. He's still going, and he's making his way near the 45. We'll get a name for you. That was a heck of a return.
Yeah. O'Doherty? O'Doherty?
Grant O'Doherty.
There you go. Yeah, sorry, Joe. Yeah, I didn't mean to offend you, buddy, but yeah, I mean, right here, if you're the Grizzly defense, you're just playing loose. You're making plays so far. I mean, keep at it. I mean, see if you can force another turnover here.
Yeah, as Labette County's defense has been stout, as I don't know if Pittsburg has got a first down yet tonight. Maybe on their first drive.
I don't even think they got one.
As I don't think they did, as Pittsburg's yet to pick up a first down, thinking back on it, John. Same setup for Pittsburg. Two wings on the left and right side of the line. In motion is Profit. Here's a run up the middle to Rink. He has room this time, and Rink will get a first down for Pittsburg. Has some extracurricular activity taken on.
How is that not a flag there? All right, a little bit interesting, but yeah, I mean, it was going to happen at some point. One guy doesn't fill their hole, and that's what happens in this offense. They make you respect each play, like each option they have in this offense. And they're going to find it when you don't fill your gap and do your responsibility as a defense.
As Pittsburg has made their way into Labette County territory to the 45, 1st and 10. Fern takes the snap, and it's a give to Rink again, tumbling his way near another first down. Gain of 8. As that was Stone Peary, as they're running multiple running backs, Pittsburg.
And they're all running hard. I mean, they're not stopping at that first bit of contact. I mean, they are running through our defenders right now. If you're the Grizzlies, you just go low, eyes on thighs, or wrap up. You can't allow this extra yards after contact to happen.
2nd and 2. Imagine we will see another run here.
Right for us.
It will be 3rd down and 1. 9 minutes and 20 seconds left in the first half. Both teams have all 3 timeouts. Labette County leading 6-0. Ball's on the right hash. Lawrence Holt will be in single coverage here on the near side. I have to imagine they'll keep it on the ground. Here's another give up the middle to Peary. Peary with the first down and more, shedding Grizzly tacklers across the 30 to the 29-yard line. 1st and 10, Pittsburg nearing the red zone for the first time this evening.
Yeah, as they're starting to find some gaps in this defense, I wonder if maybe because we have so many dudes just up on that line, I mean, if they move one of our linemen there, they're getting big creases out of that. So I wonder if maybe we'll drop a defender back right there, another linebacker in there with Cody, as Cody, for the most part, has just been by himself.
He has.
We've been in a 51 formation, which just means 5 down linemen, 1 linebacker, and then 5 other defenders out there with him. But
same setup for Pittsburgh. Fern takes the snap. He'll drop to pass. A whip across the middle. It's caught inside the 15. Down to the 11-yard line. Bo Pasteur.
Yeah, Barrett was just a little bit late there, which, I mean, this is his first game at safety. Give him the benefit of the doubt. But, I mean, he was there. He kind of hesitated, though. If you're a safety, I mean, that's either a knockout hit or you're taking that ball and you're going the other way. So, I mean, as a safety, you can't really hesitate there. But Barrett, he's still there to make the play, fortunately.
1st and 10 on the 11, so Pittsburgh can still pick up another first down if they get to the 1 and don't score. Here's Fern. O'Doherty in motion. It's a give up the middle, and it is stuffed.
This is something that I've really liked about this Grizzly defense, a relentless pursuit of the ball. I mean, there's 5 or 6 white jerseys on them each time after a tackle. I mean, they're just all running to the ball. It's great effort out of this Grizzly defense.
2nd down and 8, 7:30 and ticking here at Hutch Field. Not much wind. If any, it's blowing out of the east into Pittsburgh's face. Beautiful evening, though, for football. As here's Webb Fern under center, as always. Here is a give up the middle, carrying Labette County defenders again on his back, down to the 1, so they do get the first down. So it'll be 1st and goal, Pittsburgh at the 1-yard line. Wyatt Rink on the give, or on the carry, rather. Trotting off for Pittsburgh is Pasteur, and coming on for him is Parker Johnston.
Yeah, I mean, as we keep going, I mean, they're just finding these creases, and as a Grizzly defense, wonder if how many guys are going to put up on the line right here, as I expect them to send at least seven right here on the goal line.
As Labette County has to hold them to 1 yard for 4 straight plays. Here's a give and a touchdown. Wyatt Reek has gotten the volume for Pittsburgh. It's knotted up at 6:36 to go in the first half.
It's fine. I mean, if you're the Grizzlies, I mean, this is what you wanted out of this game. I mean, if you wanted a chance to win a game, it was going to have to be close. As this Pittsburgh team, though it's Pittsburgh, that name, if you're a Grizzly fan, usually doesn't end up good for you. But, I mean, as we see, this is a different ball game than what we've seen in the past years, as we're still in it, halfway through the second quarter.
Mckechnie, high snap, got the kick away, and it's good. Pittsburgh leads it 7-6. Labette County will get another crack at it on offense when we return. 60-second timeout here on KLKC Parsons. Jackson and Holt back deep to return. Mckechnie slipped a little on the kick, but it's still a boot to the 15. Here comes Holt. He slips, and here comes a flag. As a Pittsburgh defender pointed, it looked like as if he knows it's on Labette. Kayden Blackledge was the defender nearest to the flag. It'll be holding on Blackledge, so that'll negate a bit of the return from Holt for Labette County. So Kendall Holtzman will have a long field to work with, but that wasn't an issue on the first drive when he threw a 60-yard touchdown to Trey Vinson.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we have a big playability out of this offense that we haven't had in a while. I mean, it's kind of like that Parsons team. I'm not going to say that we're as explosive as Parsons, but we have those threats. Trey Vinson, Jamal Jackson, Barrett Heston, Matthew Boyd. Those are all guys that just in the flash, you know, you can go down the field and score just like that.
2 receivers out to the left. Blackledge in the slot. Boyle, the wide out to the far side. Ball's on the right hash. Eaton, the receiver to the right side, standing at the 0 on the 10-yard line. He's in motion. Here's the snap. It goes to Eaton, trying to work his way to the perimeter, moving and has nowhere to go. He'll stutter step and get back to the line of scrimmage. Good effort by the senior to at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I think what Argerbright's doing here, he's just trying to make the threat of that jet sweep happening. So later on in the game, as we run that motion, we can run a counter play or something back in that direction from where the motion came. Get that defense swung one way, hit him the other way.
As they're going to say he lost a couple, they had the marker at the line of scrimmage, and now he just backed it up. So 2nd and a dozen for Labette, 6:20 to go. Eaton in motion again. He'll get it this time working to the right. It's a trick play and a throw. Nearly intercepted. As if Eaton would have taken about half a second, squared up and threw it to Boyle over the top. That would have been a touchdown. He kind of threw it on the run, and it was nearly intercepted by O'Doherty.
Yeah, so it's just another variation of that. I'm not going to sit there and call it a bubble pass because it wasn't. But, I mean, it's the same concept, really, kind of. Except this time, you've run that motion a couple times throughout this game. You run it right there. The defenders fight up. All Matthew has to do is stutter, act like he's going to block, and run past his defender who's looking at Griffin with the ball right there. if Griffin makes that pass right there, we're going for quite a while. As I don't know what the flag is.
There was an illegal shift call.
Interesting.
And now he's calling something else. He just called 2 or 3 different things. Did you see that?
I don't know what those were. But yeah.
I have no idea.
Well, this is a terrible position to be for an offense.
No matter what he called, it backs up Labette County to the 8-yard line, 3rd and 18. So maybe give Joe Page some breathing room here. Holtzman is going to take the snap. He's going to look deep. It's overthrown, but Vinson had his man beat. So Trey Vinson seems to be the man so far, as he was wide open right there, but it was just overthrown by 5 or 6 yards. And Joe Page will come on with about the worst positioning you could ask for if you're a punter. He's going to be inside the purple paint in the east end zone, punting with the wind, which helps.
Yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things. As I've talked to previous weeks, those are just some of the plays you have to make if you're Kendall in this receiving group. You have to find a way to complete those balls, but it's just a really tough spot to be in right there. Oh, boy.
As Joe Page punts it, it's high to the right, lands at the 32, and it'll bounce out of bounds at the 39, maybe the 40 if they're generous, as he's going to mark it at the 40-yard line. 1st and 10, Pittsburgh in Grizzly territory again. This time, though, Pittsburgh's coming off of possession where they scored 6, so they have a different vibe with them this go-around, John. Labette County's defense needs to take a stand here.
Yeah, I mean, a turnover would be great right here, as we're starting to lose this field position battle, as the past 2 drives for the Dragons has been set up pretty nice for them. But, I mean, you just got to find a way to get a stop here for the Grizzly defense. You can't let them march back down the field and score again.
Here's Webb Fern under center. Rink is the back. Rink gets it up the middle and wasn't really contacted until after about 4 yards. He gains 6.
Yeah, you wonder if this defensive front of the Grizzlies is starting to get a little bit tired, as not seeing quite that same energy as we saw that first couple of drives.
They're getting backed up.
Definitely.
2 or 3 yards right off the snap.
Yeah, as the Dragons are just trying to enforce their physicality on our defensive line here.
2nd and 4 off the Rink 6-yard run. No receivers to the left. Usually they have one left, one right. Both are to the right side. Here's a toss play blown up in the backfield by Hunter Shaplowski. I nearly spoke too soon, as he was still turning his legs and maybe got back to the original line of scrimmage. He did.
Hunter just made a nice play there. He just went a little bit too high, and the Dragon right there is just able to kind of drive Hunter with him, as that's a pretty nice showcase of strength there from this running back.
I believe it was Bo Pasteur. So 3rd and 4, could be 3rd and 8, as that really would have been a loss of 4 or 5. Rink is the back. Fern under center, 2 wings, left and right side of the line. Ball's on the right hash, big down for Labette. Here's a snap. It's fumbled, and I believe Pittsburgh fell on it. But they'll lose a few yards as a mishandled snap by Fern. So that helps. 4th down and 6 for Pittsburgh.
I think they'll just go for it. I mean, I think this is the exact same situation as we saw in the first quarter on the other side of the field, as I believe their head coach, let me see, Josh Lattimore, loves to go for it.
As John, you know this stuff better than I do, but Coach Lattimore, he is a new head coach for this Purple Dragon squad, right?
Yeah, definitely. I forgot what the old dude's name was, but he was there for forever, and he had a lot of success here. And I believe they brought him on to be their strength coach and stuff here at the Dragons High School, or Pittsburgh High School. And he used to coach for Pitt State. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he was their strength and conditioning coach for the past couple years up at Pitt State as well.
Coach Lattimore does take a timeout. He's going to talk this over. It'll be 4th down and 6. When we return in 30 seconds on KLKC Parsons.
Bowen Pharmacy supports the Parsons Vikings here, and here, and here. It's our goal to keep you covered. At Bowen Pharmacy, we give no excuses for you not to make it to the game. And it's always a great day to be a Viking.
4th and 6 for the Purple Dragons. They're going to go for it. This is a big stop for Labette, especially as we're winding down to halftime. They need to get a stop. Here's Fern under center. He takes the snap. It's going to be a pass. He's pressured up the middle. He's working his way to the left, and it's caught for the first down to the 20-yard line. On the reception, Grant O'Doherty, as coming through the line was Cade Kernut. It looked like he was going to blow Fern up for a loss of 5 or 6, but a chip block by one of the Pittsburg halfbacks kept Kernut from getting to Fern.
Yeah, and I mean, I want to say it was Shaplowski right there. He was out here guarding the guy who caught the ball, and he just ran up as soon as he saw Fern roll out of that. And if you're a defender, you can't do that. You can't leave your man wide open to go make a play. But it's just one of those things about this young defense is just mistakes like that are going to happen.
Fern takes the snap. It's a fake handoff. He's pressured again, and it's thrown in the flats and met immediately. Hunter Shaplowski blowing it up for a loss of a couple.
That's what I love about Hunter. He may have been a mistake the last play, but he's going to make it up that very next play as he came right through and made a nice play, setting the Grizzly defense up for a nice 2nd and 14 right here.
As Fern had a man in his face immediately again. So Labette County's defensive line is turning on and off their switch a little bit here in the last few drives on defense. Here's Fern. Yeah, they are. 2 receivers out to the right side. Ball's on the left hash. Fern rolling out to his right side. Has a crease. Might get the first down, and he does. 1st and goal Pittsburgh at the Labette County 9-yard line.
Yeah, if you're an edge defender right there, that defensive end right there, you have to go stand your ground right there and not let that play get outside. Hold your ground, force it back in for your linebackers and your pursuing defenders right there to make that play. As Fern just found a nice little gap right there and just cut back.
It is 1st and goal. Receivers are split out to the left and right side. Fern keeps it, pitches it to the left side, trying to find an edge, and doing so, diving toward the pylon. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Connor Profit was met after a gain of 3, tightrope the sideline, and knocked over the pylon with the football, which means it's good for 6. Pittsburgh taking a 13-6 lead over Labette County, 1:56 left in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, this has still been a solid half of defense by this Grizzly unit, but you can't push the panic button right now if you're this Grizzlies team.
Yeah.
You just have to stay calm, go down the field. If you don't score, you don't score. It's fine. Just don't let this Pittsburgh offense touch the ball again.
Yeah, as I totally agree. As 1:56 is a long time. Here's a kick from Mckechnie. Splits the uprights, 14-6 Pittsburgh, so still a 1-possession game for Labette County, just a little bit farther out of reach now. Holtzman and company will be on the field when we return in 30 seconds on KLKC Parsons.
Day & Zimmerman, one of the largest privately owned companies in the U.S. with operations across the country and internationally. We are comprised of multiple brands that put people to work, protect our freedoms, and improve the world. The Parsons, Kansas location has manufactured munitions for over 50 years for our country's warfighters. Day & Zimmerman has immediate openings for production operators starting at $18.02 an hour on our weekend crew. Work a 12-hour day shift Friday, Saturday, and Sunday and receive 40 hours of pay. We also offer competitive benefits. Apply today.
Both squads making their way into formation for the kickoff. Mckechnie with the big leg, tees it up at the 40 on the left hash. Kicking into the wind to the east side, returning for Labette County is Jamal Jackson and Lawrence Holt, both underclassmen. Labette County's offense will have 1:56. And all 3 timeouts to work with to try and knot this one up heading into the locker room. Mckechnie taking his steps and booting it away. It's a high kick. It'll go towards Holt. He'll catch it at the 10. Holt bouncing around, looping back to the left side. He'll have room. Holt working his way in, getting across the 20 to the 25. It'll be 1st and 10, Labette County at the 25. Another good return by the sophomore.
Yeah, he made a couple nice moves there. Found some more room. What should have only been a 10-yard return, he made it a 20-yard return. As Lawrence Holt has really impressed me this year so far, returning the football.
Yeah, he absolutely has. He's just a good athlete.
Yeah.
Him and Jackson both, just watching him play, you can tell that they just have really, really gifted talents. They're fun to watch move laterally. Minute 47 now after the return. Took about 9 seconds off the clock, but it was worth it getting to that 25. Trips to the right side. Holtzman takes the snap. Pressured from the right side. Now the front. He'll lose the football, and it's picked up by Labette County at the 20. A loss of 5 off the strip. It was recovered by Roper Bradfield.
Yeah, good job being there, but this offensive line is starting to struggle a bit. I mean, they were starting to find chinks in our armor, if you like to say it like that. This Dragon defensive line is starting to find their way home on Kendall Holtzman.
Minute 16 and counting as the hopes to score a touchdown are dwindling down as Holtzman is rolling out, finds Eaton. As it looked like a cool play, but that's only a gain of 2 for Labette County. As Holtzman signaling for timeout, or
is the Dragons.
Pittsburgh's going to call a timeout. They're looking to get the ball back, John, as they're going to have time if Labette County doesn't pick up a first down here on 3rd down and 12. Pittsburgh will have, let's say they throw an incomplete pass, they're going to have every bit of 50 seconds after the punt and 1 timeout getting the ball around midfield.
Yeah, I mean, if you're the Grizzlies right here, touchdown, check down right here. If you don't have a wide open pass, check it down. Make sure you get a completion or something. Force them to burn a timeout. As right here, these timeouts are worth so much. Because, I mean, it's just extra play that gets added on towards the end of the half.
Yeah. Yes, I totally agree. You want Pittsburgh to burn that timeout. Not saying get conservative and don't try to get the first down.
Yeah, I mean,
but that is what you want. You want them to burn that timeout.
I mean, there's two trains of thoughts right here. You don't think you're going to score, all right, run the ball, make them burn the timeout. But if you're the Grizzlies, you have 3 timeouts.
Right.
This is such an explosive offense. I mean, it'd be almost a mistake if you didn't try to get something out of this drive right here.
It will be Jackson to the right hip of Holtzman. Trey Vinson, the only receiver to the left side. They have a safety hedging that direction. They're just going to run it with Jackson, but Jackson's going to have a little bit of room. He slips and is met hard from the front and back, and the flag flies in. That's going to be on Pittsburgh, John.
I didn't quite see what happened. Did you see what happened? I didn't.
Nope, but I'm assuming it's on Pittsburgh.
Maybe some extracurricular, I don't know.
Welcome to broadcasting, John.
As Latimer is fired up on the sideline.
As it's a face mask on Pittsburgh, as there were no Grizzlies near the play. It was just Jackson running, and then he was tackled, so I assumed it was on Pittsburgh. 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
Hey, I mean, we'll take it. Move the chains, get us another chance at this thing right here.
Absolutely. As now Labette County has 57 seconds, 3 timeouts, and the ball's at the 48. 44, pardon.
Yeah, I mean, you have these 3 timeouts. You don't have to go to the sideline right here. You can run a post.
Yeah.
You can run a dig. Attack the middle of the field here if you're the Grizzlies.
Holtzman throws it to the middle to Boyle. Caught at the 50. That's where it'll be marked dead. As they're motioning for the offense to hurry up, as you either take a timeout or you move like your butt's on fire, as Labette County has already burned 14 seconds off the clock after Matthew Boyle caught it.
Yeah, you got to have a sense of urgency right here if you're the Grizzlies.
They still don't have a play in. 33 seconds, 32. Holtzman finally gets it off at 31. He pump fakes, rolls out to the right, dumps to Eaton. Eaton with a little bit of space gets out at the 42-yard line. Way too much time came off the clock, John. We're sitting at 25 seconds. I think you should have burned a timeout right there.
Yeah, this is looking like that Broncos-Seahawks game from the other night.
Tell me about it.
Just letting that clock run down and not using that timeout. As I think if the Grizzlies here, I mean, you're just hoping you get chunks right here. Use those timeouts, set you up for a shot at the end zone right here.
2 receivers out to the left, 2 to the right side. Holtzman takes the snap, good protection, throws it across the field. It's caught by Blackledge. Blackledge across the 30, steps out at the 25. That'll stop the clock with 18 seconds left. So Labette County still has 3 timeouts, but not near as much time as you would like. But They're moving the ball well, and maybe a 2-minute offense is something we should run all the time.
Yeah, I mean, that's just something.
Sense of urgency's put inside of you.
Uh-huh. As right here, if you're the Grizzlies, you still have the option to go into the middle, or you have Boyle over here one-on-one on the outside.
An offsides on Pittsburg on the right defensive end, so push forward Labette County 5 extra yards with no time coming off the clock.
Was that another freeze victim?
It was a freeze victim as Holtzman slapped his hands and he jumped for joy.
Well, yeah, chalk it up to number 2 on the night. As you still have this one-on-one matchup with Boyle on the outside. It'd be interesting if they don't take a shot here. 1st
and 5 at the Pittsburg 20. Holtzman is looking towards Boyle's side, throws it to Eaton, in and out of his hands. As you do gain something if he catches it, but 4 seconds is all that came off, and you still have the ball at the 20, well within range to take a shot at the end zone. But that would have been nice to maybe get a little closer around the 15-yard line.
I mean, honestly, if Holtzman puts a little bit more oomph on the ball right there and makes sure Griffin gets right there, Griffin has a chance to score right there. Boyle had just run off his defender, and Griffin's man was trailing him by a couple yards. So, I mean, Griffin gets that, turns up the field. We may be looking at a tied ball game right now.
Absolutely. That's definitely what Labette County is going to be going for, as Coach Lattimore takes his last time out of the half, which is kind of a free timeout for Labette County over there. Tonight's title sponsor of the broadcast of Labette County Grizzly football is Labette Health. Our pregame show sponsor was Tank Connection. Our halftime sponsor coming up here in a few moments is Eye Care Associates of Parsons, Doctors Gilmore, Newland, and Ray. So Labette County, as John, it seems like it's funny. When an offense only has so much time to move the ball, it seems like they move the ball better because the defense gives them a little bit of cushion, and the offense has a sense of, oh my gosh, we got to move.
Yeah.
So I would have that mentality all the time.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's just more of a mental thing when you get in those situations. You just switch it up, and I'll let you.
Holtzman takes the snap. It's a lob to the end zone, out of reach for Xavier Phillips. Not a bad ball, a little overthrown. But Phillips, I don't mind the target there.
Yeah, definitely not. As him and Boyle, I mean, they're both 6'4", can jump out of the gym. I mean, these are really nice athletes that we are blessed with here at Labette County on the outside at receiver.
So 3rd and 5 with just 9 seconds left. So what, 2 shots at the end zone, John?
I say one shot Matthew Boyle right here, one-on-one.
Holtzman is looking that direction. It's thrown to the corner of the end zone, way overthrown. Boyle's jersey was tugged a little bit, but not near enough. That ball might have been uncatchable.
Yeah, right here, they're looking outside to either Boyle. I say you pump fake Boyle, backside post, either Barrett or Griffin from a slot position, if you understand what I'm saying. So you have the 2 safeties back there, right? You pump fake one of them, get that post in underneath that other safety.
So this will be the final down of the half. So Labette County, even if they don't score, did a good job of getting within range to at least try, as Coach Price is going to burn one of those 3 timeouts. So he's going to talk this play over here with Coach Argerbright, as, man, it would be huge for Labette County to pound it in here before halftime.
Yeah, definitely. It's just unfortunate that we weren't blessed with one of those amazing lugs that we've seen in the SEK this year. As right here, if we had a Jace Querin or Mckechnie, we could almost just kick it, get us in a more manageable position going into the second half. But if you're the Grizzlies right here, I mean, just throw something at them. I mean, you have nothing to lose here. You can attack the middle of the field. You only have 4 seconds, 1 play. Just make sure you get to the end zone. If you're going to throw,
you can't run a screen, can you?
No, I would not recommend.
You put Boyle on the left hash, because that's a long throw from the left hash to the right corner of the end zone. Definitely. It'd be more congested, but I like Boyle on the left side. He'll be on the right here, though.
Mm-hmm.
So here's Holtzman with Jackson to his left side. Final play of the half. It'd be huge if Labette can pound it in. I would bring pressure if I'm Pittsburgh. They'll only rush 4.
Yep.
Here's a pass across the middle. Eaton, touchdown, Labette County! Griff Eaton with his first touchdown catch of the season. Holtzman celebrates along with the coaching staff, Coach Price, giving fist pumps everywhere. Labette County within 2 and a chance to tie it with triple zeros on the clock.
Yeah, as I was just, Argerbright has such a great mind. You take those shots on the outside, as I was saying. that safety is going to bite over, and you're going to have room underneath for that post, as we saw right there, as we're getting ready to run this swinging gate. It's just really exciting to see from this Grizzly team to finally put up some points.
That's huge. Kendall Holtzman is the center. It's a flip to Jackson.
Yes.
Jackson going in, out, and it's good. Labette County ties it up here in Pittsburg. We are knotted at 14. End of the first half. Holtzman to Eaton. 20-yard touchdown to end the first half. And Jackson with the 2-point conversion to tie it up. We are going to start with a 5-minute timeout, gather our thoughts, and come back with our halftime show. Labette County knotted up at 14 with Pittsburg. 5-minute timeout. KLKC Parsons. 14-14 is the score here on Hutchison Field in Pittsburg, Kansas. Welcome to the booth, everybody, and thank you for joining us for our halftime show, sponsored by Eye Care Associates of Parsons, Doctors Gilmore, Newland, and Ray. I'm Jack Leake, joined alongside by John Kohler on the call, as always. John, 14-14 at halftime. We knew that this Pittsburgh team was one of the more beatable ones in recent years. They're not bad, but it's just true. They lost a lot of seniors, so Labette County knew this was probably one of their better chances to beat Pittsburgh in recent history.
Yeah.
And Kendall Holtzman is putting balls on a dime right now.
He has been phenomenal so far tonight. He has both our touchdown passes tonight. He had a couple last week. He is really starting to evolve into this quarterback that's like, hey, he can go win us ball games.
Yeah, as Kendall threw 12 interceptions last year.
He's not turned the ball over.
He's played so well, he's been pressured a couple times.
Yeah.
His poise, and you expect a sophomore quarterback to improve from their sophomore to junior year.
Yeah.
But Kendall has really improved. His poise in the pocket skyrocketed. Deep ball accuracy skyrocketed. Decisions skyrocketed. Play awareness, his surroundings, what routes his receivers are running, what order do I go through my receivers, what's 1, 2, 3, 4, check down. Improved. Kendall has just become a different quarterback.
Yeah,
this season.
definitely. I think Arger Bright has really helped him along with this, too. I mean, you get a new play caller, right? We lost Brock Wolf, love Wolf, but Arger Bright is just a different mind. I mean, he's a part of that 2011 Pitt State team that won a national championship. He has this knowledge. I mean, he's really tapping into Kendall's talent, just his natural ability. If you don't know, Kendall Holtzman has a rocket for an arm. And it's just crazy to see. His interceptions have been cut down. I mean, that's really what you want to see out of a quarterback. Low interceptions, high touchdowns. I mean, that's really... You're really just seeing the best Kendall Holtzman that you're probably going to get.
Yeah, as he... And we have another year of Kendall Holtzman.
I forgot. I thought he was a senior.
This is not the best Kendall Holtzman we're going to get. I'm going to stand up for you, Kendall. I know we still have one more year of you, and I am excited. But, hey, I'm even more excited for this second half of football.
Yeah, definitely.
As much as we're going to talk about Kendall Holtzman and his 60-yard touchdown on the second drive to Vinson and a 20-yard touchdown to Griff Eaton with 4 seconds left to tie it and get the 2-point conversion. Yeah. I mean, you talk about not easy. This Grizzly defense is the reason it's tied too.
Yeah,
early on in the first quarter, Pittsburgh couldn't get a first down.
Mm-hmm. We really found their number early on. We had read our scouting reports. We knew what they were going to do when they came out, and we just made stops. I mean, we held them scores for a whole quarter, but that second quarter, started to slip up a little bit.
Yep.
It's all right.
They got pushed back.
Mm-hmm. But if you go into halftime, pull the hatch down, get locked back in, go make some more plays. As if you're the Grizzlies right here, so you got to keep them under 2 scores. You got to keep it under 30. Give this offense a chance to go make plays. If we keep them under 30, I say we got a 50-50 shot of winning this game right now.
That's a good number. Because I feel really comfortable, and I'm not sure the last time I said this, and this is a good thing. Mm-hmm. I feel comfortable that Labette County is going to score 2 more touchdowns. Yeah. They're moving the ball. Holtzman is... I bet you there hasn't been a moment where he's been more confident than sitting in that locker room right now at halftime. Mm-hmm. It's tied on the road at Pittsburgh. You scored at the buzzer, if you will. You're throwing long touchdowns on the money. His confidence is up there. The offensive line's done a really good job, I feel like. Mm-hmm. And so I feel confident Labette County's going to score 2 more times.
Yeah, and the thing that really gets overshadowed, we haven't ran the ball at all hardly tonight. I mean, we've only had a couple carries, a couple jet sweeps, but we really haven't had to. Kendall Holtzman has just been carving up this Dragon defense up and down the field all night so far. But I think if you get going in the second half, we're going to have to find a way to get that run game going.
I agree with that. Down the stretch, you're going to have to be able to run it. That is always a huge key in being able to win and also close out games. Because if Labette County has to, and if this would be a good thing, if they have to burn clock later in the game, they're going to want to be able to run the ball. And if Pittsburgh's going to say, hey, look, they're listening to the conversation we're having. They're watching the same game we're watching. Let's just sit on the pass. He's looking for that Vincent kid and that Eaton kid. Let's sit on him. Then you have to be able to run. You're totally right, John. And Jamal Jackson hasn't gotten the carries we're used to, but I'm looking for him too here in the second half.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, another one thing is, though, if you stray too far away from that run,
right,
this drag and pass rush, as we saw in that second quarter, they're going to start teeing off on Kendall back there. They're going to start timing up the snap, which, I mean, hey, we could throw them off with the freeze. I love the freeze. You get another victim to jump off sides, but still, they're going to start timing the snaps better, and they're going to get home more often. So that's what really helps out Kendall there, is establishing a run. The run helps the pass helps the run. It goes.
Right, yes.
They both help each other. It's interchangeable.
Two things happened on that final drive that I think are worth noting before we take a break here. Pittsburgh was calling their timeouts because they were going to get the ball back and try to go score and make it 22 or 21-6. Pittsburgh had in mind, we're going to score again before half. It was 3rd and 12, and they get a face mask call as they were tackling Jamal Jackson for a gain of about 5. So first down Labette County near midfield. Then Labette gets to the 25, which is a tough distance. On third down, Pitt jumps off sides. Or on first down, Pitt jumps off sides to get Labette County even closer. So Pittsburgh's been a little undisciplined tonight, and I would even credit Labette County for some of that a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this is something you haven't really seen out of a Grizzly team in a little bit. I mean, we are a disciplined unit. I haven't seen very many holding calls on us at all this season. I mean, this is something that we haven't seen. We are actually the more disciplined team. I know, as negative as that may sound, I mean, this is a good thing, though. Because, I mean, we are playing it within our limits, I guess. We're not trying to do too much.
I agree with that.
Make that block or whatever, and get caught with our hands on the outside. I mean, we are playing really nice and clean football tonight.
And that is exactly what had been missing. I'll basically define what you just said in one word: identity. Labette County has found an identity. They're slowly finding out how they can move the football. This team averaged 7 points a game last year. They scored 28 last week, and here they are halfway to 28 at halftime against the Pittsburgh Purple Dragons. So Labette County's found a stride. Holtzman is looking good, and you got to play one more half.
Yeah.
So we'll see if Labette County can come out and grind through one more half of football here on the road against a 5A opponent. We're 2 minutes away from the third quarter. I'm assuming they'll add a few more minutes when Pittsburgh comes back. So we'll take another 5-minute timeout and come back with second half football here on KLKC Parsons. down and get a stop to open things up. Here in the second half, Joe Page has the ball teed up right at the middle of the field on the 40-yard line. Back deep to return for Pittsburgh is Ethan Rhodes and Connor Profit. Joe Page is set to kick it away, and he takes his steps and boots it away. It's a low kick, a line drive caught at the 10-yard line. Across the 25, across the 30, across the 35, near the 40, and a flag flies in from the back judge. That ref threw the ball farther than I think Pittsburgh's thrown a pass. And I mean that literally. Pittsburgh just hasn't ran a passing scheme. Nothing wrong about it. They just haven't thrown a long pass. As it is holding on Pittsburgh, that was about a 25-yard flag toss. As I'm joined back by John Kohler, who took a restroom break.
Sorry.
No,
got
hey,
caught in a
you're
mosh
fine.
pit down there.
Yeah, welcome to a high school football game, my friend.
Also got caught in a little kids football game.
I was getting ready to ask, did you get a couple downs in with the youth down there on the east side?
No, they're too cool for me. They wouldn't let me play.
You're a broadcast guy. I get that a lot. I'm lucky I have the girlfriend I do. Here's a run up the middle to the left side, a big hole, and he's going to be brought down across the 50 to the 45-yard line of Labette County. So a big first play of the second half. The ground game, Wyatt Rink. He's been the main man for Pittsburgh, John.
Yeah, it's just that physical offensive line of the Dragons is just continuing to gash this Grizzly defense. As if you're the Grizzlies, you got to find a way to hatch down, I guess you could say, and just get a stop here.
1st and 10 for Pittsburgh at Labette County's 46-yard line. Here's a run stuffed for a gain of 3.
Yeah, I mean, if you're the Grizzlies, that's a good sign here, especially after getting gashed for 20 to 30 yards off that first play. But, you know, I don't think we've made an adjustment. I don't think we're keeping the same 6-7 dudes. I guess they're liking what they're seeing. Maybe told them, hey, do this, do that, and that won't happen. So maybe we'll see that come into play here on this next couple set of downs.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a couple possessions where it's been a bend, don't break defense for Labette. So we'll see if they don't break on this possession. Here's a quarterback keeper. Somehow Fern tosses it forward, finds a man in Maverick Caswell, as Caswell's going to gain about 4, as Fern would have been wrapped up back past the original line of scrimmage and somehow just kind of oomphed it through Labette County defenders into Caswell's hands.
Yeah, nice play by Fern there to get the ball off. I mean, if you're the Grizzly defense, you just got to tip your cap to him. I mean, that was just a nice play by Fern right there. But, I mean, way to stay with your key and make the play right there to hold up to a short 3rd down here. You gave yourself a chance to get a stop.
Right. 3rd down and 3. Fern under center. Rink is the back, 2 wings to the left and right side of the line. In motion is O'Doherty. It's a give to Rink. He's met, but avoids the tackle, and he'll make his way across the 30, across the 25, and he'll be down around the 23-yard line.
Got some extra activity there between Lawrence Holt and 16 of the Dragons. But here's the thing I'm not really liking about our defense so far is Cody's the only linebacker in there right now. I feel like you have to drop Cade back there or Shaplowski back there with him, give him some help. Because, I mean, he's having to go fill all these holes, and it's leaving that middle wide open for Perry to cut back and make these long runs. So maybe cut back and away rush 5 here if I'm the Grizzlies.
So 1st and 10 at the Grizzly 24. Here's a give up the middle to Rink. Another good gain, as Rink is not big. It's going to be a gain of 4 or 5. Wyatt Rink is 5'7", $155, and he is running hard.
Yeah, if I were to take a guess, it'd be because Big O, he's running behind Big O, number 71 of the Dragons here, Noah Rogers, as he is. It may say he's only 6'1", 260 out on the sheet, but he looks 6'3", 280 at least.
Yeah,
he's a massive
big
animal. Yeah, really think for the Grizzlies here, you got to give Cody some help in the middle.
That's where Pittsburgh's been going. We'll see if they go there again. They do. Fern fell, as I thought Fern handed it off and slipped, but Fern kept it and slipped. Gain of about 3. It'll be 3rd and 8 for Pittsburgh, as that's a big play.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate for the Dragons there, as Fern was trying to hand it off. Seems like the running back didn't want to take it, or he thought the running back was going to take it, and just kind of dropped it on the ground.
8 minutes and 7 seconds and counting. A long drive for the Purple Dragons, 4 minutes and counting. 3rd and 7 at the Labette County 21. A big fumble off the snap by Fern. Labette County has to capitalize.
Yeah, if you're the Dragons here, you don't have to pass the ball here. You can almost just run it.
Here's a toss to the left side, and it's met immediately. A loss of 2. His masterful week that he had against Parsons last week.
Yeah, Cade Cornett also did a nice job right there. Force the back who got the toss to almost hop up like, oh, I didn't see him there. Allowed Roper to get there and make the play. 4th down, and they'll say a long 9 for Webb Fern and his Purple Dragon offense. If you're the Grizzlies here, force them to throw the ball. I mean, I'm surprised they didn't in that last play, but you're going against a team that likes to run the veer, make them throw the ball.
A big down as Pittsburgh has had momentum on the opening drive. Pittsburgh and Coach Lattimore is going to burn a early timeout as both coaches held on to their timeouts and didn't start using them until late second quarter, and Lattimore burns an early one. We'll step aside for a 30-second timeout and perhaps the biggest 4th down of the game coming up after this break.
With many years of combined experience, Eye Care Associates of Parsons has set the framework in providing comprehensive eye health examinations for all ages and routine vision care for families throughout the 4-state area. Our optometrists and staff provide remarkable care with state-of-the-art technology to help with diagnosis and management of eye health conditions. Give us a call or visit our website to schedule your next eye exam. Eye Care Associates of Parsons. Experience modern eye care.
Fourth down and 9 for the team in purple. Labette County needing to get a stop. Pittsburgh has looked good on the opening drive the second half. We're knotted up at 14 apop. Same formation for Webb Fern. No wings this time. It's a pass. He drops back in the pocket. Pressured hard. He's dunked at the 35. Ball is out. They're going to say he was down. Labette County's defensive front making an impact. 1st and 10, Labette County at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, I don't think he was down. I think that it was an early whistle. As KK Bates continued to run with that football there. I mean, Cade Cornett, and I couldn't see who else was there with him, but they made a great play on the quarterback right there. Got home, didn't even get him a chance to look down the field. As if you're this Grizzly team, take that momentum, go score again.
As every
points
time
on the board.
Even if he hasn't been in the gun once, so he's going to have to take about 3 full seconds to drop back and be in a position to pass it. So if you blitz, you can sack him within that 3-second range. Here's Holtzman and company with it. 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line, trying to flip the field on the Purple Dragons. Here is a run with Jackson, shifting left, shifting right, dodges one tackle, and he'll gain about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up, and we talked about running the football, and they do it on the first play in the second half.
Yeah, it's just, if you don't know me, I'm not a huge fan of running the ball out of the shotgun. I mean, I just don't like it, but it has its advantages because you get that D-line to rush up and you don't get that push. It almost opens up creases in the opposite way of what you normally think.
As it definitely feels like once you hand it off, he's already 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage, so he has to, So I understand your point. 2nd and 7, another run. He has space. Jackson bouncing outside. Jackson with room and a first down to midfield. Jamal Jackson with his first big run of the night to the 49-yard line. Labette County's moving the ball, and where they did their damage was in the passing game. So if they can do damage in the running game, that makes it that easier to throw it.
Yeah, see, and that, as we saw right there, that's one of the positives, though, out of running the ball out of the shotgun. He found a wide open hole. You get more wide holes if you run the ball out of the shotgun, I feel like. But you don't get quite as much as a push.
Matthew Boyle in press coverage here on this side closest to us. Ball's on the left hash, 2 receivers out to the left, Blackledge and Phillips. Eaton in the slot on the right side. Holtzman's going to throw it to Eaton, slips through his hands. A little bit high, but still a rare miss for Griff Eaton, as he would have gained about 4, maybe 5, as he ducked and fell forward. Good play design, though. Labette County's slowly getting it figured out. They know they're using Eaton in the right way, they're using Boyle in the right way, and Vincent is playing some offenses. At the beginning of the season, he was just going to play one way.
Yeah, as I
defense.
I think Price realized, okay, we need this big playability on this side of the ball more than we need it on the other side. So he's just he's a special athlete to be able to do this.
Trey Vincent in motion. Here's a give to Jackson with a crease. Jackson is explosive. First down, Labette County. 10-yard run for Jamal Jackson.
Like I said before we went to half, this is one of the things I love about Arkwright. He established a threat with the jet sweep in the motion. You get the motion going, you get the defense flowing, it's going to open up some holes back inside for your running back.
Because now if you can get that 4-3 front to suck in, throw over the top of them. As here's Holtzman with Jackson behind him. They're looking at the sideline to get the call. Jackson comes to the left hip of Holtzman. He takes the snap. It's a quick pass to Eaton. Eaton's facing 3 Purple Dragons.
Don't go back.
He's going to have nowhere to go. A loss of 1, maybe 2.
Yeah, at that point, if you don't see a hole, you just kind of got to lower your head, get what you can real quick.
2nd and 11. Third quarter's flown by as Pittsburg ran the ball well and took some time off. Labette County's ran the ball well. 4 minutes and 40 seconds left. Third quarter. Knotted up at 14. Labette County's with it in Purple Dragon territory.
Yeah, something interesting here. They have number 4 following Boyle as he goes across the field. So, be interested to see if you don't take advantage of this matchup with Xavier and number 14.
As Holtzman is going to tuck it and run, he gets across the 40 and is pushed out near the 33-32. So not a bad run from Kendall. Is if you throw an incomplete pass, you have a 3rd and 11. That's tough. Now you have a 3rd and 6.
Yeah.
Doable.
So one of those things we talked about at half, his development, mentally and physically throwing the ball. But right there, as we saw mentally, it's like, hey, I can't take a sack. I can't throw an incomplete pass here. Let me get what I can.
As I look at it this way, you have 2 downs to get 7 yards. They say it's 3rd and 7. I'd go for it on 4th. If I were Labette, especially if you gain a few. Here's Holtzman pressured up the middle, throws it across the middle, caught by Blackledge, I believe.
Yeah, a couple yards short.
As he is going to be a couple yards shy, Kayden Blackledge getting a reception. It'll be 4th down and 4. Sure looked like he gained a little bit more than that. He ran more sideways than forward after he caught it. 4 minutes and counting, 4th and 4. Labette's going to go for it.
Got to go, Griff. I want to say you go Barrett here, or Kayden Blackledge, he's playing slot. You got to go to him in the slot, or Griffin right here.
As Eaton settles in the slot on the left side after being in motion, ball is on the right hash. Play clock is at 9 seconds. Still looking at the sideline. I think Coach Price is going to take a timeout. He's making his way to the referee. Play clock's at 1 second, and Coach Price calls a timeout. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in the third quarter. We're tied at 14. Labette County got a stop as Pittsburg got inside the 20. Now they have the ball on the Pittsburg 35, 4th and 4. What are we looking at, John?
I mean, that was a smart decision by Price right there. Kind of let it go. See what they're going to come out. As we saw, they rolled the corners up, rolled a safety up over on that trips over there. So, I mean, if you're the Grizzlies here, you're like, hey, figure out what we're going to do here with what we've seen. So I think they didn't put anyone over the top of Griffin. So I would be interested to see if you don't just run a little hitch right there with him, maybe, or just quick little flare screen out, let him get up the field for 4 yards.
As I definitely wouldn't take any shot that's crazy here unless you've blatantly got it.
Yeah, definitely.
I agree. I would focus on those sticks. Because Labette County's done a great job of getting 4 or 5 yards of play. That's kind of been their money bag tonight other than the deep touchdowns. So we'll see what they draw up here.
I think you could even run the ball right here. I mean, it's a short 4.
One linebacker. They're going to throw it. Holtzman looking to the flats. Too high, incomplete, turnover on downs. As I don't even know if Jackson would have got the first down, as it was just a little flat route.
Yeah, if Holtzman puts that ball a little bit more out in front of him and not directly on him.
He had to turn and square up.
Yeah, it was definitely a tough catch for Jackson. I can't blame him right there. It was just a tough ball. But Holtzman, you just got to make that play, put it out a little bit more for him. Help your running back so you can move the chains, keep that drive going.
So both teams have a turnover on downs. 3:30 to go, third quarter. Here is a quarterback keeper by Fern. Now he'll pitch it. Here's a big run. First down, Pittsburgh and more. Gain of 13 on the play. On the carry is Connor Profit.
Yep, they rolled the safeties up, but Barrett, he didn't stay on that toss. He got sucked in on the quarterback. All he had to do was toss it out for that big gain right there. So this is one of those things about this offense. You don't do your job, they're going to find it, take advantage of it.
So many options. They slowly find out what you're going to bite on and what you're not. And when Fern keeps it and runs that option pitch, that's what's been effective.
They're okay. I mean, in this offense, you're okay with taking 1 yard gains every play, but eventually you're going to break one loose.
As Rink gets another first down, gain of 11 for Pittsburgh. As it's looking like one of those possessions where Labette County's defensive front's getting pushed back 4 yards right when the ball's snapped.
Yeah, definitely. You can't allow this to happen if you're that Grizzly defense. As we are kind of small up front with Kendall Bebb, God bless his heart, but he's only blessed with 5'11", 200 pounds in this Purple Dragon offensive line. I mean, they're all 6 foot, 220, 230.
First and 10 Purple Dragons at the Labette County 41. Ferns under center, man in motion is Profit. It's a give up the middle to the halfback. Here's another big-time run. He is explosive. It's Grant O'Doherty pushed out of bounds. A gain of 17 on the play as Pittsburgh's averaging 15 yards a carry this possession.
Yeah, I think this Grizzly front is finally starting to get tired, a little bit winded here. As this Dragon offense, they're just keep pounding away and finding these holes. If you're the Grizzlies here, I think this is where you have to drop that extra linebacker back. Because Cody, as good as Cody is, he can't cover up all these holes that are being created. You have to drop a linebacker back to go fill one of these extra holes.
As don't fall asleep if you're a corner. Lawrence Holt or Trey Vincent as Pittsburgh scored from this position off a pass earlier. Here's a run met at the line of scrimmage. Gain of 0. Wyatt Rink up the middle that time. Stone Peary.
Yeah, nice play by Roper Whitley and Tayson Claiborne right there, the freshman, to wrap it up early. Didn't give it a chance to go for another big gain.
Second down and a long 9 for Pittsburgh, 1:45 and counting. They have the ball inside Labette County territory. Play clock is at 20. Purple Dragons in the huddle. Ball spotted at the 22 near the middle of the field, a little offset to the left side.
Don't bite on the play action here.
Peary is still the back. Fern under center, 2 wing set again. In motion is O'Doherty. Here's another QB option. O'Doherty gets it. Pivots from right to left. He's stood up. A good gain. He's driven backwards. Looks like he'll get within 2 or 3 yards of the first down. So it'll be third down and short for Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I'm going to pick on Kayden here a little bit. He knows I love him and all. I'm a safety guy. So right there, that's his alley. That's Kayden's alley. He has to come up and fill that as soon as he sees the ball is tossed out there. Roper Whitley did a nice job of not letting it get out there to Trey Vincent, allowing the alley to form for Kayden. Kayden has to go up and make that play right there sooner than what he did.
Third and 2, 45 seconds and counting. Both teams have just ran the ball. This quarter has flown by. As here's offsides on Labette County. First down Pittsburgh, as that wasn't even a hard count unless he...
All right.
Yeah, he just jumped.
Find a way to get a stop here. I mean, that's a killer, though.
As it's first and goal from the 10. As now at least they can't get a first down unless they score.
Can't let that happen, though, if you're this Grizzly defense. Bend, don't break.
24 seconds and counting. Pittsburgh's going to have to get a play off. Play clock is at 7. 2 receivers out to the left, 2 to the right, no wing set. They might pass this down. Fern is going to keep it. He's on the ground, and touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Yep, spread the defense out a little bit after just ground and pounding it up the middle the past couple tries. That'll happen. You just fake the handoff. Got that space now with the receivers out there. Nice little crease for Fern there to run up the middle.
That'll leave 10 seconds on the clock in the third quarter. 20-14 Pittsburgh. 2 for 2 on PATs is Jackson Mckechnie. He's got a boomer of a leg. We'll see if he goes 3 for 3. The holder is Stone Peary, the halfback. Here is the kick, and it is good. 21-14 is the score. 10 seconds left in the third quarter. Labette County will retrieve the kick when we return in 30 seconds on KLKC Parsons. Score of the second half as the third quarter went by like that. Both teams came out of the locker room saying, we're going to run the football. And they did so well. Labette County has gotten the ball just once in the third quarter, got down to the Pittsburgh 40, turnover on downs. Pittsburgh's gotten the ball twice and just scored on their second possession. Webb Fern ran it in for 6. Set to kick it off is Mckechnie. He's 3 for 3 on point after attempts, and he's had good boots. Normally they land about the 10, and this one will land about the 15. It's picked up by Holt. Holt trying to find a crease. Holt finds a crease across the 35 to the 37-yard line. Lawrence Holt, I wouldn't kick it to him.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, though. You got to kick it to him or Jamal Jackson.
That's true.
And as we saw last week and this week, I think we had the best duo of returners in the SEK. Honestly, I mean, we're getting the ball in 35 to 40 every time they kick off to us. I mean, it's ridiculous how good of field position we are getting each time we receive the ball.
As the blockers are good as well, as he had
definitely.
2 gaps right there. So 1st and 10 for Holtzman and company at the 36. This will be the final play of the third quarter. Jackson is the halfback, 2 receivers right, Eaton in the slot on the right hash, and Matthew Boyle straddling the 35-yard line. It's a give to Jackson. He's met immediately for a gain of 0 as the clock will hit triple zeros. That's the end of the third quarter. Pittsburgh 21, Labette County 14 will return in 60 seconds here on KLKC Parsons.
Everybody is different. Some get injured, while others simply wear down. Whether it's on the court, on the field, or at the gym, Labette Health's orthopedic and sports medicine team has the training and skill to repair, restore, and renew. We share the same goal, and together we'll write your comeback story. For more information about Southeast Kansas' leading orthopedic and sports medicine team, go to labettehealth.com.
refs have great arms and accurate. They landed right where the penalty happened. As another late flag came in, I'm curious to see what all these are because I don't think they're all about the same crime.
I think it was number 4, View Pasture, as he's coming out of the ball game as Latimer is upset. After Pasture had blown up Henson, he stepped over him. You know that Tyronn Lue play back in the finals against Iverson, that famous play where he steps over Iverson? That's what just happened right there. He just stepped over him. I guess the ref didn't like that and just threw a flag.
As there was an unsportsmanlike conduct on Pittsburg, and another penalty before that I didn't catch.
I don't know what the other one is.
It looked like a clean hit.
It was.
I'm assuming it might have been.
I think it's just what happened after.
I believe that's correct. So either way, it helps Labette County, as Pittsburg has done that a couple times, John. Yeah. They haven't had an unsportsmanlike conduct, but they had a face mask earlier that gave Labette County a big first down. They had, what was the penalty before halftime? Was that the face mask?
Yeah, it was
that
the
was
face
the face mask. As that allowed Labette County to go score. As they're going to tack on, it looks like 30 yards.
2. I think there was another one too on number 2 of the Dragons there.
30 yards.
He didn't agree with that. He didn't agree with that first call that the ref made. Maybe let him know about it. Drew another flag.
That's a 30-yard penalty on Pittsburg. So Labette County, it would have been 3rd and 12. It's 1st and 10 on the Pittsburg 35. 2 receivers split out to the left side.
I think you take a shot right here.
Trey Vinson is near us. Holtzman fakes the handoff, rolls out. It's a dump, and it's caught, and he's brought to the ground immediately. It's going to be Cody Hamilton. As Cody Hamilton is hurt. Gain of 3, maybe 4, but more importantly, Cody Hamilton is down and injured. The Purple Dragon.
I think it's the leg. I don't want to assume anything, but
As Coach Price and Coach Hayward, who I believe is the defensive coordinator tonight, make their way over, as well as Coach Pierce to Cody Hamilton. He is in some pain. Cody Hamilton, your senior leader at linebacker, is going to be helped to his feet, maybe, as they're going to start stretching out that left calf.
Quad cramp, that's what it was.
As those are much worse than calf cramps, I've heard.
Definitely, 100%. It's just, them suckers last long, too. He's going to feel it for a little bit after that, that's for sure.
Cody Hamilton is going to jog with a slight limp off the field. As that is great to see.
Yeah, definitely.
If you're a Labette County fan. So we thank you for listening. It's 106.7 KLKC Parsons, and we're also live on YouTube. Just type in Labette County Grizzlies, and it should pop up right there that we're live. As we have been blessed, Pittsburg has probably the fastest Wi-Fi we've ever encountered. So the live stream is seamless this evening, so thank you for listening or viewing. Whatever you chose to do tonight, 2nd and 7 for Labette County. On the Pittsburg 32. Holtzman looks at the sideline for the play. Ball's on the left hash. Xavier Phillips
I think we got to run the ball
is a wideout. As they fake the run, here's Holtzman looking deep. He's got Eaton open. Eaton catches it. He'll tumble in to the 1-yard line. What a pitch and what a catch. 1st and goal, Labette County at the 1-yard line.
No huddle, quarterback sneak it. That's what you got to do right here. Get on the ball, get that ball in. As that poster has been open tonight.
Yeah.
Argerbright has done a nice job of setting up these play calls in the second half. We took those shots to the outside earlier. Making the safeties wide out there opens up that post right in the middle of the field.
I wouldn't throw the ball here. No. As Kendall Holtzman's going to set up for a quarterback sneak. He pile drives his way in for 6. Labette County within a point again. 10:58 on the clock left in the game, and a late flag flies. As the touchdown will count, but this is huge. If it's on Labette County, they won't be able to go for 2 as easily as they would, but we'll see. It's on Labette. That is massive. Massive. The touchdown is good. Unsportsmanlike conduct on Labette County.
Excessive celebration, maybe.
That's poor. That is poor. As you have to know. You have to know as a team that now your 2-point conversion is a play from the 17-yard line, and you can't kick. That's poor. We have not seen a lack of discipline from Labette County this season, but that hurts excruciatingly.
Yeah, now I don't know exactly what you want to do here as the Grizzlies. Do you go back to that? You know what I think? Maybe you run that jet sweep and that pass again that we saw earlier, which I don't know if that would quite work. So, I mean, if we're from the scratch what I said. I'm thinking as I'm talking. But
so Labette County's 2-point conversion is live from the 18-yard line.
You got to take a shot here to Xavier Phillips. That safety's not going to be over the top to help.
Holtzman is pressured, has to get it off, and it's caught at the 15. Matthew Boyle stripped to the ground, no good. And that hurts so bad, and here's why. A 1-point deficit for Labette County might as well be a 6-point deficit because we don't kick field goals. So we have to score another touchdown to win the game.
Yeah, Price is upset there. Kendall was not supposed to throw that hitch. It was supposed to be a corner route to Griffin from the inside slot. So what that was Matthew Boyle ran a hitch, keeps that corner on him, allows that corner out behind him. Let me rephrase that. Allows Griffin to go up behind him, wide open on that corner route. As I kind of worded that a little bit weird, but if you followed along, that's good.
Maybe a bit of a misread, but either way, that 15-yard penalty after the touchdown could be a play we talk about for a while if Labette County doesn't win this game. But that is very plausible as they only trail Pittsburg 21-20. Purple Dragons will get the football with 11 minutes on the clock. When we return in 30 seconds, this is Labette County Grizzly football on KLKC Parsons. We have a barn burner brewing in Pittsburg. Labette County, fresh off of a touchdown drive. Kendall Holtzman snuck it in. Here's a kick as that's not Joe Page kicking it off as it's picked up at the 22-yard line. And here goes Profit across the 45, making his way to midfield. Won't quite get there. Brought down by guess who? Cody Hamilton.
Yeah. As we have Cole Stevens kicking off now. He kicked off a couple times last year for us. So I think maybe are just trying something new. You know, maybe give Joe Page a breather or something. But this Grizzly defense, find a way to get a stop. Simple as that. I mean, you're down point. You can't allow them to get this run game going again.
Yeah.
You have to get off the field as fast as possible.
I absolutely agree. It's 1st and 10 at their own 46. Here's Fern with the two-wing set. Rink is the back. Rink gets it. Rink is finally met for a moderate gain. Gain of about 3. It is 3 on the carry as Rink has averaged probably 8-10 a carry this half.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this is a good sign, though. The past couple drives, we've been stout on the defensive line. We've made plays. Keep making plays if you're the Grizzly defense. Just keep racking them up. You can't allow a big player if you're the Grizzlies. You have the momentum. Go finish this game out. Get a stop. Go down the field. Score. Win the game.
Yeah, as I say, a 1-point deficit might as well be 6 because we have to score.
Yeah.
We can score. I'm not saying it'll be impossible, but it definitely hurts that 15-yard penalty. Here's Rink up the middle. A big hole. Rink's looking to score. He is speedy. He's got the ball on the outside. Lawrence Holt pulls him down from the back, but he will get near the red zone. Ball is spotted at the 22-yard line. That sucks some air out of you, John.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's just something that we've seen over the past couple of years with the Grizzlies. We're in these ball games late in the game, and it just like that, something bad goes wrong.
Yep.
And it just compounds and compounds. If you're the Grizzly defense, don't let it compound. Go make a play. This play. Stop the momentum.
9:40 and counting left in the game. 21-20 Pittsburgh. 1st and 10 at the Labette County 22. Two wing set again, both receivers out to the right side. It's Vaughn and Lopez, man in motion. Here's a give to Rink. Why wouldn't you give it to him? Here's another first down run for Rink, or maybe just short, yard shy.
Yeah,
man, he's a good running back.
Yeah, they're just attacking the freshman side. Kayden Claiborne, he is trying his heart out, but he just can't quite close that gap out there. They're getting gaping holes when they run that same play to that same side that Taten's on. As you got to think, maybe they switch him out with Cade and put Taten on the other side with Roper. Find something to shut this running game down.
As they're going to have to quick, as Pittsburgh, within just 3 plays, is closing in on another 6 points with 8:45 to go. Here's Fern with just 6 down linemen this time. Peary the back. Fern keeps it wrapped up immediately, but he still gets the first down, but that's okay, because now it will be first and goal from the 10 or first and 10 from the 11.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if the Dragons are going to go, if they do score, which we hope they don't, but if they kick an extra point, we're still winning. It's just still a one-score game.
Sure.
If they go for 2, they don't get it, guess what? We don't kick extra points. We go down the field and we score. We run that swing gate and we get a 2-point. We may win the game. It's just one of those things right here.
So it's first and 10 from the 11, 12-yard line. That's where they mark it. Two wings are back in set. It's a give to Rink, or Peary, as Peary lowers his head and gets in for the touchdown. As, man, Labette County's defensive front was a bit disappointing on that drive, as Pittsburgh had zero issue on that drive.
Yeah.
Zero issue.
Just marched right down the field. I think it's just this defensive front has gotten tired as the game has gone along. We're a little bit beat up there, we know. We're missing John Broadwell. He's a great defensive tackle, by the way. But we're missing some guys. We're banged up. We're tired. It's starting to show. As they're going to kick it here, and it's going to leave it a one-score game for us.
As it's offsides on Lawrence Holt, and now you don't want to tempt Pittsburgh to go for 2, because now they're going to get the ball on the 1.
Nope, they're still kicking it.
They're still going to kick.
Interesting.
As honestly, I'm glad, because if they go for 2, it's a 2-possession game. Yeah. I don't know why you wouldn't go for 2.
Yes,
I don't.
Just run the way you've been running the ball. I don't honestly why you would not go for 2 here.
Because if you get it for 2, Labette County has to score twice.
Yeah.
I don't understand why you wouldn't go for 2, but I'm not complaining in the slightest.
Yeah, it's definitely going to help us out.
As the kick is on its way, splits the uprights. He's 4 for 4. 28-20, Pittsburgh on top. 8 minutes to go.
Yeah, just got to go tie the game up now.
All you can ask for is a chance when you come to Pittsburgh, and Kendall Holtzman has given Labette County just that. We'll be back here in 30 seconds. Labette County has to make a drive to tie it here on KLKC Parsons.
High school sports fans, follow your team live with the free ScoreStream mobile app. Just download ScoreStream to get real-time scores, photos, and awesome video from your game and your rivals. Plus, follow your favorite teams and friends. Get real-time high school sports from ScoreStream.
Fantastic job returning for Labette County tonight.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a good idea to keep teeing it up over there. I don't know. If you're the Dragons here, I think you want to try to kick it to Lawrence Holt back there. Or, my bad, Jamal Jackson. I apologize. See what Jamal has to do. Because you know Lawrence has hurt you all night long returning the ball.
As Mckechnie boots it away, good kick, deep kick. I would take the touchback. My goodness, that landed halfway through the back of the end zone. So Labette County will get it at the 20-yard line. As here we go, down 8 points, 8 minutes left in the game. The way Pittsburgh's moving the ball, you don't want to give it back to them, at least still being down. So Labette County, you got to have your eyes up and on the end zone as they move the ball just fine. No reason to change anything now.
Yeah, find a way to get your playmakers the ball. Matthew Boyle, he's been quiet all night long. Maybe now's the time you start finding ways to get him the ball. Or keep going back to your go-to guys. Trey Vincent, Griffin Eaton.
He's been quiet in the second half, Trey.
Yeah, be interested to see. Maybe they like the matchup they got down here as they still have number 3 shading him. Maybe use Daniel Easley here.
Trey Vincent is in motion.
Pass.
He'll take it. It's a trick play. Vincent will hurl it. It might be picked as it's going to be tipped in the air and it'll
Great
hit the
defense by
ground.
Boyle.
As that was 4 Dragons to 1 Matthew Boyle. And for him, yeah, you said good defense by Boyle, as he was the defender in that situation.
Yeah.
As it's funny, when you're in a trick play, you feel like you're obliged to throw it.
Yeah.
Trey was going to throw it no matter if there were 10 Dragons there, because that's what he's supposed to do, but my goodness, was that scary.
Yeah, maybe if there's just one of those things you don't quite know. If Daniel
Yeah.
Easley had just looked out, all four defensive backs were all weaked out there to guard Boyle.
Here's a run up the middle to Jackson, a big hole for the freshman, even with a few yards after contact. 3rd down and 2 for Labette County.
Great call.
As that was a great call, as Jackson's had much bigger holes in the second half rather than the first.
Yeah.
It is 3rd down and 2, 7:30 and counting. Labette County trails by 8. Jackson still the back, 2 receivers left. It's Xavier, the wideout, Blackledge, the slot. Holtzman takes the snap. It's a give to Jackson, and he's met. As you could tell, Pittsburg was anticipating run. I was hoping Holtzman would pull it. That's a loss of 4. As there's that shotgun running game. It's tough.
I don't know what you do right here. The way the Dragons have been running the ball, I don't think you can give them the ball back right here. I don't think you can. I think you have to go for it.
As man, I was hoping for a pass on that down because you could tell Pittsburg was going to blitz. Their linebackers were sniffing the defensive tackle's necks right there. They're going to go for it. Holtzman looking over the top. It's caught for the first down. I believe that's Griff Eaton on the far side.
Go-to guy right there, Griffin Eaton.
Old, reliable, and what a route.
Yeah, definitely. That out route. Boyle makes the corner on the outside go up. Allows that out route to develop underneath. A great ball by Holtzman, 1st down.
1st and 10 at their own 35. Big time play for Labette. Here's a fake toss. Holtzman keeps. He's hit for a gain of 1. Clock will run.
Just trying to find the ways to get what you can right now. Set up a manageable 3rd down, as I don't think we're going to try to take a shot here quite yet. But we got to find something in the middle of the field. We've been too sideline to sideline. Find something inside.
Trips out to the left. Ball's on the right hash. Vincent is in between the slot, Eaton, and the wideout Boyle. Jackson is still the back. A linebacker's going to blitz. It's a give to Vincent. He drops it incomplete. 3rd and 9 for Eaton. 3rd and 9 for Labette County.
Yeah, it's one of those things we talk about. You got to make that catch. You got to make those plays to win ball games. Right, that's a huge drop right there because he had room. He had a nice block on the outside by Vincent, and I couldn't see who the other receiver was, but it was a developed play. If he catches that, he may get the 1st down some more.
He very well could have. He had a lot of grass. So that ball's on the far right hash. He had plenty of room as he would have just corralled it near the left hash. 3rd down and 9, Labette County has got to move the ball on this drive. Holtzman drops back in the shotgun. He'll throw it to Eaton, and it is caught. And he's going to be spun forward for the 1st down. They are having a problem defending Griff Eaton. The cornerback was Caswell that time. 1st down, Labette.
Yeah, it's just the way the defense is set up. That out route is going to be open because they're matching up on the outside with the outside receivers. So that leaves your inside linebacker or whoever's guarding the slot guy at a disadvantage on those outside routes.
5:30 and counting. Labette County is looking to purposely take up some time. As that time isn't the problem. No. That's not what I'm saying, but they're looking to burn some. Here's Holtzman to throw across the middle, caught by Eaton for the senior receiver.
Yeah, he came down a little bit awkwardly there, but this is what we're seeing. Back our go-to guy, Griffin Eaton, set a school record for receptions. Getting back to that bread and butter, baby.
Yep.
Moving the ball.
That's right. 2nd down and 1 for Labette. Might see a draw here to Jackson.
I think you take a shot to Xavier Phillips. He has 4 to 5 inches.
It's a fake toss. Pittsburg bites on it, and Holtzman gets the 1st down. Gain of 4, as I thought maybe he He could have fumbled there.
Yeah, he took a huge shot at the end of that play.
From the backside. 1st and 10 at the Pittsburg 40, Labette County. You know, they converted on a 4th and 6 and a 3rd and 9. It's not pretty or stress-free, but they're moving the ball with the likes of Griff Eaton.
Yeah, definitely. Keep moving the ball, but eventually you got to like this matchup you're seeing on the outside here.
As I expect a shot coming at some point, I agree. Here's Holtzman looking for another just little quick out. Boyle will catch it for a gain of 6.
Take what they're getting.
Yeah.
I mean, this Dragon defense is just playing soft right now. They're playing soft and conservative. So worried about us just making an explosive play and scoring on them. They're just staying back. They're not allowing us. They're just giving up these little chunk plays, and we're just moving the ball on them at will.
2nd and 4 for Labette, chunking their way across the 35 to the Pitt 34. Phillips with 8-yard cushion coverage near the left hash. It's a run up the middle to Jackson. Jackson met after a run of 2. It'll be 3rd and 2. 3:50 and counting left in the ball game. Each team with 2 timeouts.
Yeah, it's fine, making this 3rd down more manageable. We could just sneak it right here and get a 1st down easily. I mean, that's how effective we are at running a quarterback sneak. I mean, but yeah, just keep this clock moving if you're the Grizzlies. You don't want this Dragon offense to touch the ball again.
Holtzman takes the snap, a big 3rd down, another little out route. 5-yard, 1st down, Labette County. Could be a late hit as Boyle was well out of bounds, and then he was whipped to the ground by the corner on the far side. It looked like Carson Nicholson.
Yeah, these corners are
frustrated.
Playing so far off. I mean, they're just, that hitch is just a simple hitch route, 5-yard hitch route to Matthew Boyle.
Wide open. Wide open.
Eventually, I think what you're going to do, you're going to get a double move out of this.
Ooh, I like it. Little hitch and go. Holtzman takes the snap, 1st and 10. It's a hitch and go, off to Boyle, and it's caught! Oh, he's going to say he was out of bounds, as it looked like Boyle had to toe tap. Or is that Boyle?
That's Xavier Phillips.
That's Xavier Phillips.
They finally took that shot on the outside. Xavier Phillips has at least 5 inches on that corner out there.
Yeah, he does.
And Xavier could jump out of the gym.
What an effort. As he kept both feet best he could in bounds. It had to have been close. 2nd and 10 at the Pittsburg Dragon 28. 3 receivers left. Phillips still lone on the right side. Press coverage on Matthew Boyle. I mean, you take a shot and it's incomplete. It's 3rd and long. But I like Matthew's situation right here. Vincent.
I think you try to run a bubble screen out here. You got your 2 best blockers out here, Trey and Matthew.
Holtzman takes the snap. He's looking deep and overthrew Eaton. As Eaton stuttered a little bit, he came back towards the ball and planed out. I think Holtzman thought Griff was going to keep posting towards the corner pylon. If he did, it'd be a touchdown Grizzlies right now. But a little bit of miscommunication there, I believe.
Yeah, it's just one of those things you got to get in sync with your receiver right there and understand that what Griffin's doing, he's setting up that corner out so he could break out, taking those couple steps in and drawing the safety back in so he could break out.
2:56 on the clock, 3rd and 10. Holtzman takes it, has to run. He's going to be, he avoids a tackle, and then he's ripped to the ground. And a flag flies! Yep. Pittsburgh is going to shoot themselves in the foot yet again, and Coach Latimer rips his headset off and is irate.
Yeah, I think that one's going to be a horse collar, as they did tackle him pretty up high. If you're a Grizzly fan, you hope they don't pick up the flag here.
As the refs are discussing, that's never a good thing when you're the team wanting the penalty.
Yeah.
It would be 4th and 10. He's going to pick up the flag. 4th and 10 for Labette County. As they throw a late flag. If that's on Labette County, wrap it up, boys.
Yep. A sideline warning, maybe. Yeah, I mean,
as it is a sideline warning, that would have been a dagger. So it's going to be 4th down and 12. Wow.
You hope maybe.
There was miscommunication. Everybody thought it was 3rd down on the field, but it's 4th, and they get it changed. And now we have a timeout, Pittsburgh, so this could be the game.
Yeah.
4th down and 12. You've got to get it if you're Labette County. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is Grizzly football on KLKC Parsons.
That was such
The biggest down of the game is just seconds away. 4th and 12 for Labette. If I was Pittsburgh, I would send pressure. Holtzman rolls out to his right, squares up, throws, and it is incomplete. Great defense by the cornerback. It was an out route for Boyle. That's number 14, Carson Nicholson on the coverage. They get one first down, and it is over.
Yep. No, just a nice play by the corner.
That was a good
there.
play.
Yeah. Matthew Boyle runs a really nice comeback route, and if Nicholson wasn't there, I mean, that's a first down. We're keeping the ball moving. There's a nice play by Nicholson there. As if you're the Grizzly defense, this is the drive. You have you have nowhere to go now. You have to make a stop here. Stand up. Don't let them gain another yard here.
Yes, if they get a first down, it's mathematically over. As here's a run up the middle to Rink, just being carried by his lineman, gain of 5. As Wyatt Rink he is incredible. He's 5'7", 155 pounds, and he's one of the best running backs I've seen in a while. His yards per carry's got to be 7.
Yeah, he's just doing his job, finding the hole and just running hard. As you got Cody Hamilton, you need to make a play here, bud. If you want to keep your team in the ball, make a play here. Find a way. I know you're by yourself in the middle of the field. You're the lone linebacker. Find a way to make a play here.
As Labette County has to have something go their way. A low snap, high snap, fumble. Hit in the backfield, 2nd and 5. Here's another give. Oh, it's a keep by Fern, and Fern's going to get the first down and more. Turns on the Jets across the 50.
Is he out of bounds?
And he was out of bounds indeed. That'll stop the clock at 1:47, but still, Labette County just has 2 timeouts, and now they're going to run it. They waited to spot the ball. So that'll do it. All Pittsburgh has to do is kneel, and that'll seal it.
We get the ball back with, I don't know, maybe 30 seconds tops?
They just have to kneel.
Not quite there yet, I don't think. So we still have those 2 timeouts.
As Pittsburgh is they still have 8 seconds until they have to snap it. And it's a keeper by Fern. He'll roll out to his right, and he's wrestled to the ground. A flag flies in.
Holding. Not that that's going to really change much, but.
Cade Kernut in there on the tackle is going to be holding on Pittsburgh. Can you decline it? Because it'd be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't.
Pittsburgh's already backing up, so it'll stay first down.
I think maybe the clock stops on that. Not for sure about that, but yeah, I don't know.
So 1st down and 20 for Pittsburgh. 67 seconds left in the game. Labette County, this is one of the more competitive Grizzly games I can remember.
Yeah.
I keep saying things like that, and you know that's good. They keep improving every week. They fought Pittsburgh to the very end, and they are still fighting. 1st and 20. Here's a give to Rink. He's met immediately. Cody Hamilton at the line of scrimmage. Gain of half a yard.
There's an issue with the clock, I believe.
Timeout, Labette County. Coach Price just has 1 timeout left. We'll remind everyone of our sponsors. For one final time tonight, tonight's broadcast of Labette County football is brought to you by Labette Health. Our post-game show here in a few moments is sponsored by Bowen Pharmacy. Other sponsors include Labette Community College, Forbes Hoffman Funeral Homes, Clemens Insurance Agency, Labette Health, Woodworth Enterprises, Herman Lumber, Carson Wall Funeral Homes, Commercial Bank, Eye Care Associates of Parsons, Labette Bank, Bartlett Co-op, Labette Center for Mental Health Services, Community National Bank, Tank Connection, Wood Doolahary Insurance and Real Estate, USD 506, the corner store of Altamont, Snyder Lawn Care, Day and Zimmerman, and SEK Orthopedic.
Yeah, I don't think you can count the Grizzlies out just quite yet. As we saw earlier, we got that big playability. I think get the ball 30 seconds. You have time. You don't have to quite go to Hail Mary mode quite yet. You can run a play, but you have to do it fast.
It's 2nd and 19. Same two-wing formation. O'Doherty in motion. It's a give to Rink. He has a crease. And then Kayden Bates sweeps his legs out from under him. Coach Price is going to call his final timeout with 57 seconds left. It'll be 3rd down and 11, though, so a gain of 8 for Rink. Again, right there at his average, I'm telling you. 7-8 yards a carry. Wyatt Rink has been masterful, especially in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. This is such a tough spot for the Grizzlies. I think you got to find a way to get a turnover right here. You can't just rely on getting the ball back on a punt or something, because then you're going to only have 20 seconds to go. 70, 80 yards.
Yeah, best case scenario, aside from a turnover, Labette County stuffs them here, and they punt with about 33 seconds left, roughly. Labette County wouldn't be able to set up shop with the punt hang time till about 27 seconds, and it would be inside the 20, because if you return it, even more time comes off. So they would have to go 80 yards in 25 seconds.
Yeah, definitely a tough task.
I should teach math. I'm just kidding. That was all estimates. 3rd down and 11 from the Labette County 48 as Rink is ripped to the ground in the backfield.
Cody Hamilton
in there on another effort. He never stops.
Nope. Just a playmaker. If you're the Lawrence Holt, make something happen here.
The play clock's 35 seconds. They were putting 25 up there earlier. I swear.
He may just take a safety. I think if you're the Dragons here, you just snap the ball and you just run back.
As there's a 9-second differential between the play clock and game clock, so the percent chance Labette County wins this is all but slim.
Yeah, I don't think he even...
They're just going to take the delay of game and get every second they can. Nope, he's going to call a timeout. I would have just taken the delay of game.
Yeah.
But
I think if you're the Dragons here, Mckechnie's a good athlete, right? So, I mean, you get the ball, you just run back. You take
just
the
play
safety.
some recess? Yeah. That's risky.
You just take the safety. I don't think you do anything.
Just run straight back through the end zone?
He's a good enough athlete.
I've done that on Madden before.
But, yeah, I don't know if it's going to cross Latimer's mind, but that's what I would do in this situation. Take the safety, kick the ball off, run the clock out that way.
We'll see what he chooses to do. I mean,
don't let Holtzman touch the ball.
There's 9 seconds left, so they have Lawrence Holt back there to return. So if they don't do what John suggested, he's going to have to run this punt back for a touchdown or get a fair catch and get one offensive play.
You know what? I take back what I forgot it's 4th and 14. Don't run back. Don't. Don't run back. Oh, goodness gracious. I apologize. That's what you do if you're backed up towards the goal line. You just run around for a while and then take the safety.
Purple Dragons still in their huddle, so for them to be in the huddle this long, call a timeout rather than to delay a game, they're going to do something other than punt. And the offense is on the field. Webb Fern is on the field.
I don't agree with this call at all. I don't see
Lawrence Holt. Why is Lawrence Holt still back to return? Lawrence Holt is inside the 10-yard line.
What is he?
So we're only playing 10 men on defense as Holt is just going to try to run around and burn time. He's ripped to the ground at the 49. So Labette's going to get one play in Pittsburg territory at the 49.
Yeah, Holtzman's got a good enough
Wow.
arm. I think he has.
I would have just punted.
I don't see why they didn't.
As I guess maybe they think a high snap, a blocked punt, a punt return for touchdown. I get it, but that's just interesting to me, the reasoning behind that. But Labette County does have a chance. They're at the 49-yard line of Pittsburg with 4 seconds left. You got to score on this play.
Don't know how. Find a way. Argerbright works the magic up there, buddy.
Do you think he launches it, or they throw it underneath and try to run some lateral? I don't think Kendall can throw it to the end zone from here.
I don't think he can either. I'd hook and ladder maybe, run a little curl out, have some guy run underneath, toss him the ball, go along the sideline. I don't know.
I bet they're going to throw a quick out to the right side of the field. As there's 4 receivers out to the right side, as Jamal Jackson wasn't supposed to be on the field, so now we have 11 players. Xavier Phillips is the only receiver on the left side. Holtzman rolls out. He doesn't have enough time. He'll launch it in the air, and it is intercepted. And falling to the ground with the interception is Nicholson. Nicholson entered the game with the deflection that then went to seal it, and the interception that really sealed it. So a good finish to the game by Carson Nicholson. But Labette County really battled, falling to Pittsburg on the road 28-20 in another game where they feel like they could have won against two really good opponents.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing more you could ask out of this Grizzly team. I mean, they fought a tough Pittsburg team here tonight, and they almost came out on top. As this is something you can't say about a Labette County team the past couple years. We've battled two great teams, Parsons, Pittsburg. We fought them tooth and nail all the way to the very end. So, I mean, this is great going into this league play that we have coming up. And we may make some noise in the SEK.
Yes, Labette County looks like a team I wouldn't want to play right now. A team that's finding their stride. Defense is still solid, has a tendency to become maybe a little gassed and let bigger plays bust open, but still a defense that I would have to respect if I'm an opposing coach, and an offense that's scary right now.
Yeah,
we'll go
definitely.
We'll go ahead and take a 60-second time.